Oh my god. Alrighty. Welcome back, everyone. Happy Groundhog Day.
Oh, is that today?
Wow, that is today. The most important of holidays.
What does
What,
a
Jess?
groundhog sound like? Can you do the noise for us? What
I don't know what a groundhog sounds like.
Right, welcome to Make Some Noise.
Seriously. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Dropout tonight.
Oh no,
We got a great show for you.
Alan.
they do kind of sound like this though.
Well
Yes.
done,
Sound
Jake.
good?
Well done.
Yes.
Loved it.
Very good.
Oh man, well, we're happy to be back so soon after jumping back in last week. Speaking of last week, should we talk a little bit about what happened?
Ah.
Recap. It's a little bit of a long one because there's definitely a lot that happened. So let's dive into
So
it.
much drama.
My father is dead.
So little time.
So yeah, just like casual.
I have a dad. He is dead.
All right, session 12 recap. So we rejoined the group right after what we can maybe call a transcendent experience in the deepest chamber of the Seat of the Celestials. As the rest of the group waited outside in the Great Hall, Valterra ventured a little bit deeper into this quintessence chamber that he found and saw a pedestal outfitted to hold something akin to maybe, I don't know, the gemstone that he found down in the armory. So with a little help from Vol, he was able to restore the gem, and when he did, he felt a ripple of what can maybe be described as sort of like a harmonic energy coming from the pedestal. And it also revealed an ancient stone chest filled with all sorts of treasure. Kiva explained to him that Valterra had communed with what she called the soul of the world, a being that her and her people believe to be responsible for the quintessence and the potent life energy that flows all throughout Zholmyr. After much debate, the group decided that it was time to pursue the other seats of the stewards and secure them before the Orlet Circle can reach them, but not before making a pit stop along the windswept wilds to rescue Jasper's wife and
Damn
daughter,
right.
who are allegedly being held in a secret facility there. Allegedly, as the group rests up before their trek down the mountain, Kiva delivers a stern warning to Violet about the dark power inside of her, something Kiva refers to as the Curse of Strock. While Violet and Kiva disagree on how this curse should be managed, our tenacious little Vila friend begrudgingly accepts Kiva's words for now. The group successfully navigates their way out of the Drower Mountains, thanks to the expert guidance of their friend Niall, and with a little help from a much calmer environment absent of the howling winds and raging storms that plagued their ascent. Upon arriving in Scarport, they find that the city had suffered another devastating round of assaults from the elements before the danger abruptly ceased, thanks most likely to Valterra's cleansing of the Seat of the Celestials. Yeah.
He's a clean boy.
They reconvene with Captain Garland, who is busy with repairs and rebuilding the city. She honors her previous pledge and promises the group access to a ship to take them to a destination of their choosing. She also reveals just how Elaine came to be in her company. Garland and her crew, including Violet, stumbled upon a coastal camp in the far north where Elaine was fending off an attack from all sorts of different Arctic beasts. Inside a tent there, Garland found a gravely injured gnome named Patrick Skalwick, who called Elaine his daughter and begged Garland to keep her safe and out of the hands of the Apex Prelacy before succumbing to his wounds. As they prepare to leave, Violet telepathically reminds Garland that bigger threats loom that dwarf any petty grievances they may share, and she seems to tepidly agree and in turn reminds Violet that she will always be a daughter of Scarport.
A
daughter.
daughter.
A daughter. You'll always be a daughter of Scarport. Don't you forget it, Miss Cool. So, as the group...
She's just so hot, you know?
She's a spicy one. As the group makes their way to find a certain Captain Silas and claim their ship, they are intercepted by none other than the Baroness Adonia Kroll, daughter of Prince Artoris Kroll of Port Sever. And that is where we resume our story. So, with that, we are going to go back now to the sound of the waves and the ships of the inner harbor as y'all make your way to find your ship. And again, you hear that voice call out, you turn around, you see decked out in her opulent blue garb, Adonia sits on her crate, and she says again to you, Davina, I have a message from Daddy Duke.
Davina's gonna like compose her face before she turns around. Adonia. Yeah. Well, if you have a message for my father, let's hear it.
Up in this wretched place hardly seems appropriate, don't you think, Davina? Perhaps we could go somewhere a bit more private? Do you know of such a place? You seem to be an expert in Garport.
Funny you should say this is actually my first time visiting, but I make the assumption that it's not yours.
For now.
Now
Are
what?
you going to... No, not mine for now.
Oh.
But, anyways, are you going to keep me waiting out here? We're going to go find somewhere we can talk.
Oh, we can go talk. I like look at Jess and do we have a like silently like do you have somewhere we can go?
Niall
I'll form
pipes
an
up in the
action.
back and just goes, do you want to go to my place?
That'll work. Quick. Let's get this over with.
Okay, well, third blonde lady I've met in a month, come with us. And she kind of like looks at him like very amusingly and looks him up and down as if he's like a circus animal. And she's like, yes, of course, I'm glad someone is taking the initiative, shall we? And she makes her way off. And so instead of moving further into the inner harbor, you all follow a path that you are fairly familiar with at this point and make your way up into the birth district, where you arrive at the Arison Manor, and Niall lets you all inside.
As we're walking up, because Kiva's still with us too, right?
He is indeed.
I am just gonna whisper under my breath of them before we get to Niles and just say, please just keep your mouth shut for this. Whatever she has to say is not gonna be good. And the less we give her, the better.
I trust you know these people better than I, Davina. I will adhere to your judgment. And she'll just kind of hold her head high and walk in. And I will close the door behind him. There's that foghorn running.
No.
So Adonia walks in. She kind of folds her hands and looks around and says, well, what a lovely little cottage. This is cute. Thank you.
Oh, come on,
Now.
Adonia. I know this is hardly the worst you've ever seen. Let's get to it.
Yes, well, I will say, Davina, I didn't expect you to be traveling with such a large party, and what a motley crew as well.
They all have their uses. Seems they're a little
Yes.
bit more skilled than the group you're traveling with.
Don't I know it? I will say, the reason I am here is your father was a little disappointed that you looked past your better judgment and wrote to him in such a conspicuous manner. After all, those letters who knows whose hands they could fall in.
Oh, are you sad because I hurt your feelings? Is that what this is about?
No, not at all. I'm not thrilled to be sent as a messenger here to Scarport from your own father, no less. But what the Duke wants, the Duke gets these days. So here I am.
Here you are. So out with your message. I'm not going to ask again.
Yes. Well, you mentioned in your letter there's a precious item that you were able to find some information on. It's an item that your father cares deeply about, and I personally, as well as he, would like to know more. Did you find it?
I'm sorry, you think I'm going to give you the information to pass along to my father? You must be out of your mind.
Oh, you're going to write another letter and piss him off all over again?
No, no need.
Yes, well, I told him this was going to be a waste of time, but he insisted I come, and lo and behold, I was right. You see, your father was certainly interested and impressed by what I'll say, the gall of you. Part of my message was to invite you to Vakova so he can speak to you more. But
He's in Verkova now.
oh, he didn't tell you.
But
Oh,
he says
yeah.
he does what he wants.
He arrived a little while ago. He was disappointed again by you to find that you weren't there. With no word to him either. What's he supposed to do without his little songbird singing into the ears of those in Vakova? Anyways. Yes, you see, there's a lot happening in Vakova these days. It's busier than any ball season I've ever seen. Lots of important people there, which is why it's all the more fitting here you are. But I imagine he might rescind such an invitation if he finds out that you in fact found nothing, or have nothing of value to offer, and seem to be quite out of the loop. How unlike you.
I know. It's just awful. How will I ever survive?
Yes. Well, I'll ask one more time, Davina, because I know you're a smart gal. You always were. I think it's in everyone's best interest if we recognize that we're all playing for the same team here, are we not? You, your father, me, my father.
And apparently Tatiana as well.
Ugh, that witch. Yes, well. This is bigger than any sort of frivolous house rivalries. And I must say, the more I spend time with Tatiana, the more I realize she's not a total catty mess. But, you're sure you found nothing? You're sure you don't have anything further to report to your father?
Let me put it this way. The fact that I didn't find anything are your words, not mine. And if I did find something, I wouldn't be passing it along through you. And I won't be doing it in a letter again.
Oh, Davy. It's a
But by all
shame.
means, have fun being my father's messenger.
Well, at least that makes one of us who your father trusts.
You're an idiot if you think my father trusts anyone, period.
Yes. Well. All I know is that should you choose, he's in Vokova waiting for you. Although I'm sure after this visit it won't be with quite the open arms that he initially offered. There's a lot happening, Davina. I know you're a woman who prides herself on being in the know. And it seems there's so much you don't know.
Who's to say?
Yes. Well, being a one-woman team will get you nowhere, Davy. You know this.
I look around and doesn't look like it's just me.
Oh no, and she's gonna kind of scan the group. No, you have... She looks at Violet. This mongrel. You have... She looks at Elaine. This bag of bolts. And you have... She looks at Jasper. And she tilts her head. You have yourself a little jungle pet, do you, Davy? Where did you find this one?
He came highly recommended.
Make a deception check.
Ooh,
Like,
love it.
okay, so I mean, there's no way I could fail that. Okay, 18. It all came together.
18 total?
Yeah.
What was on the dice? Just like, I'm 18.
It was a 4.
What?
But I have wait. Let me make sure. I still can't fail. So
I love bards.
That's
'Cause-
broken.
Oh, do you have reliable talent where it's always a 10?
Yes.
I think by level 6 you should, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Oh my god.
And then you have a plus
I
8
love,
to your deception.
I have a plus 11 to my deception.
Oh, so it's a 21 always?
Just
So it's a 21.
Yeah, like
Yes.
zero panic.
I
Like
did that so wrong. But anyways, the point was is I couldn't fail. It doesn't matter how good my math is. I can't.
Why the fuck you lying?
Oh my God,
Well, the
so
really
good.
fun news too is Adonia rolled a natural fucking 1, so I'm off to a great start here.
He is dumb.
Plot armor, plot armor, plot armor.
She kind of looks, and she looks intrigued now, and you can see that she's sort of settling on this kind of morbid curiosity instead of anything a little bit more sinister. And she says, "Highly recommended. Well, you simply must share with me your handler's information. They're in high demand now in Vokova, what with what's coming. And then you also have," and she looks at Valterra.
It's worth noting at this point, as we were walking through the city again, probably out of the city, I would have had the hood up covering the earth
Okay.
features to some degree.
And you also have a bag boy. That's nice. Kind of like looks at Kiva and Niall, and she like is like, I won't even begin to understand what's happening there. But all of this is to say, Davina, I wish you and your ragtag bunch of heroes the best of luck.
Thank you, Adonia. But I'm gonna have really fun saying I told you so when your underestimation of not only my father's bloodthirst, but this group's ability comes to bite you in the ass. And that's why you will always be second best and second daughter.
Bitch.
Oh, Davy, you don't even know the bloodthirst your father is capable of.
Why does everyone assume that I don't know my own father?
For one thing, because I've spent more time with him recently than you have in years, but you are blood. I yield.
Then by all means. Go share a cup of tea with him.
Yes, well. When I come sailing back here on your father's ship, be sure to make sure that tea is piping hot. But for now, my mission is done. I did what I was told to do. You were your usual plucky self, and I'll be sure to report that back. Whether or not you decide to actually see him in Vekova, I don't care. But I rid myself now of this hound. Ta-ta! It's always wonderful to see you, Davy. She waves her arms. Her eyes go pitch black. In the middle of the room, a shadow from the floor rises up and takes physical form in the middle of the room. She walks, takes 2 steps into the shadow, and it vanishes into the air along with her.
That bitch.
Oh,
So was that like
looks
a
like
spell
she's learned
cast, or
some
was
new
that, like-
tricks.
DM question. Do I know, is my father's ship a really large, like, ocean ship? Or could we maybe say, like, take it upriver?
It's first of all, he has many, many, many ships. She was probably more referring to when she comes back on a ship that was given to her courtesy of your father. I mean, the man owns a lot of ships,
Yeah.
and they're all usually very large because he's shipping crux.
Yeah.
So
Okay, never mind. Damn it.
Oh, and what was that she walked into? Would I recognize that? Would any of us recognize that, DM?
Violet, the eyes going black seemed very akin to what has happened to you in the past.
Ooh.
Okay. Well,
She leaves in my best mocking tone. Davina, darling. What the fuck was that?
Not good. It seems the high and mighty of Verkova are getting a little too cozy for my liking. For our liking, this is not a good sign. I mean, she's working with Novar and Tatiana and my father. She's one of the members of the circle that went up the mountain.
And who was she exactly?
She is Adronia Kroll.
Her name is Nick Kroll. Her name is Nick Kroll.
Adronia Kroll, and she is a princess of Port Sever.
She seems
Awful.
in the same like fake accent. I'm gonna look at Vel and be like, she's just so lovely, isn't she?
I do hope she returns for afternoon tea.
I would just love to sip tea with her, right, Devi? Devi? When did she get the right to call you Devi?
She doesn't, but now it's hardly the time or place to slap her one. To raise hands.
You guys' friends
I'm
suck.
gonna let her. This is what I was born and raised in. It's fake friendships and political backstab.
Sounds comfy.
I sleep good at night. I don't know about her, but
Eva speaks up from the corner of the room where she has kind of been trying as best she can to turn herself into a wallflower. And she says, Davina, just who exactly is your father?
He's the premier crux trader manufacturer for the Federation. He's Duke Sinclair.
Her eyes go wide. Duke Valimir Sinclair.
The one and only.
I see.
I hope you know this doesn't mean that I agree with whatever he's doing. I still don't even know enough about what he's doing to make a judgment call.
She stiffens a little bit and she says, and yet you reached out to him to share what you found in Scarport.
Just for information.
Or was she lying?
No, I did. But I needed answers and I didn't know how involved he was. And since then, it's become apparent that he's one of the people running it. Whatever this is, the circle, the seats, the power, the crux, whatever it is.
Davina, I can't possibly overstate the significance of what this could mean for us. If we have a direct connection to someone in the circle, we have a direct connection to vital information.
Okay, but you just saw how well trying to get information went. If you thought Adonia was bad, my father will be significantly worse. Even more so than Captain Garland.
Yes, I'm merely hypothesizing. I also wonder, Davina,
What?
if it comes to a matter of stopping your father, is that something you're willing to do?
I'm gonna cross that bridge when I get there.
As if it's not burned down
Bridge.
first.
Say that again, Jasper?
I said that's if it's not burned down first.
But, Panther-S, I kind of really like your first point on getting information. You're thinking like one of us now.
That's what happens
yeah,
when I spend enough.
As a way of information, I need you all to know that Adonia is going to report all of you back to my father, what you all look like and who you most likely are, if she knew at all.
Yeah, I was confused how she knew about me. Well, at least there was a line in there that was a little bit confusing, considering what's coming.
Yeah,
It
I'm not.
seems like she was aware that you were attempting to be weaponized.
Either that,
by our
or
owners.
I think more like
Mm-hmm.
Jungle Pet, maybe like they're heading to Tilo, sorry, because they know it's a seat.
I guess, can I maybe roll a retroactive insight to get a better idea of what she was referring to with that? Because what I was thinking was there were others like you, Jasper, who were being essentially turned into tools, assets, and it seems like maybe there's more in Verkova that have essentially finished that transformation.
That's true.
That sort of brainwashing, and are now being used as personal, I don't know, assassins by the High and Mighty in Verkova.
That's the vibe that I got.
I would say go ahead and make a retroactive insight check. It's going to be somewhat limited because I only half remember like what I was in my head as Adonia as I was saying all that. So I'll try to just like.
You called me a jungle rat. I know that.
on a deviant.
Out of 22.
Am I rusty? Do I look that bad?
So I remember she said
No.
you had one of your own, and there's many, like a lot of the circle, I think she said, have them in Verkova.
Well, she,
Or
he,
somewhere.
I don't think she directly mentioned the circle, did she?
Maybe not the circle, but she
No.
mentioned.
No.
She didn't directly mention anything that we know about.
Yeah.
No, but she mentioned like the people in Verkova or something like that had. Anyway, that was my roll.
Okay.
22. Tell me what I said.
So she mentioned something to Javina about like you simply must tell me who your handler was. They're all the rage right now.
Oh, the
Verkova.
handler. That's what it was.
They're all the rage right now. I'm trying to remember what the comment of for what's coming was in context to, because I can't remember if it was for that or something different. I'm so sorry, guys. My brain is fried. I have goldfish memory at the moment. But
You destroy too many twinks. You're just not, you know.
Michael, no. So, yes, Eric, what you're picking up on from as she's talking about this with her insight is that yes, there are a lot of elves that are now being basically seen as objects to the elite of Verkova.
I forgot about the handler tag, so that actually makes sense. Okay.
Is that mostly what you were trying to infer? You were trying to be like, what did she mean by that?
Yeah. That specifically. Yeah.
Okay.
I hate that fucking city.
Well,
No offense.
I mean offense.
None taken. I'm trying to burn it down.
I was gonna say I could take it or leave it, but it's
One guy who tried to burn down Neverwinter? It was crazy.
Wild.
Oh yeah, I want to.
I
Like
do hate to
most
say
people there have.
she's not
Go
wrong.
ahead.
I have multiple people in the city that I could get more information about this. I know most of you aren't enthused with making a stop there, but it is technically on the way to Tilo, sorry. If we're gonna go stop and get Jasper's family first.
I mean, I suppose we'd have to stop there to camp for a night, resupply. I guess that city's inevitable if that's the direction we're taking.
Devi, you don't have to drag me there.
I don't like the nickname.
Devi.
Yeah.
Ew, Devi.
But Adone just has such a punchable face. Just such a punchable face.
You have no idea. I've definitely spilled red wine on her dress before at parties. Make it look like an accident, but you know, that's the best I can do without actually punching her in the face.
I like that.
I do think
Well, it
if
seems-
we can make a stop there without losing time, it could be worth it. But it depends. If we can keep sailing overnight, I'm torn here.
Honestly, I wouldn't need more than a day in there. If you guys wanted to supply, I would talk to Corbin and my father, and that would be it.
Well, we've got a lot of time.
In and
before we
out,
leave
quick
there,
trip.
So there's no reason we have to decide right now, but
Of course.
unfortunately, that information is at a premium at the moment. Who knows? Maybe we'll learn all we need to know before we even get there, and we won't have to stop. But that seems like optimism on my part.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It's really cute, though. that you think that
Yeah,
way.
it's almost like Wool's really rubbing off on you. Positivity in there.
I like to think he's a good influence.
But yeah, it seems like you have an appointment with your father if you want it. Let's see. First save Jasper's family in the wilds.
That's if he waits for me. I don't know what Adonia was saying that he wasn't waiting for me at all. He was summoning me, and if I don't show, there'll be serious consequences. So,
But she didn't provide a day or a time or anything, and so
no,
you
she
just say
didn't.
when you show up late.
Fashionably late,
Mm-hmm.
but
You arrive precisely when you mean to, Dev.
exactly, always. Okay, well that was really unsettling, and I'm feeling a little itchy. Do we have everything that we need?
Think so. Question though.
Besides that,
So the way we'd be sailing with this captain is up around the Kraken's Whip down through Port Sever. Okay.
Where's the map?
To get to the river.
The map.
To get to the river, right?
The map. The map. I'm looking at that map.
Because that.
Looking at the map.
Although
So
it's
say that
so
again. Which way are we
kitchen.
sailing?
Can you put the map up in Roll20?
Scabba!
Yeah.
Ska boss, eh? Yeah.
I'm approaching like the delirious tyrant, so y'all get ready because this is gonna be fun, baby. Let's go, baby.
Oh, I can't wait for the whatever accent this captain of the ship is gonna have.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh my God, are we gonna have?
As we look,
I hope that Eric's captain is a world hopper.
No, I could never steal. That's an Eric character. I could never.
He's like he's very good.
I know, with that voice. That was
he's
very
better
good.
than
Yep.
influence one of these days.
I
Alright, so
really
do
hope
we-
so.
Do we have the map?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what you all have kind of, from what I remember, what you basically talked about, what your plan is yes, you will sail from Scarport around the Kraken's Whip over the corner of the continent, down to Port Sever, which is the mouth of the Titanic River, and then
Got it.
down the river because the Kirifos pointed out that the facility holding Jasper's family is to the east of Sorona on the river in the Windswept Wilds.
Okay. Got it. I've got it.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can draw things.
Very nice.
Go.
Very nice.
The nice, my wife.
I just have to say, if we do end up going to I do not want to run into anyone that we know other than we meet with your father, but no one else.
That's a really big ask, but we can make that happen.
I'm just saying, one day we sneak in, we sneak out.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it your?
so if the plan is to
I
save,
don't want to deal with my family.
I know.
so if the plan is to save everybody and then sail down this river, we realistically can let everybody off before we get to Verkova, which is what I was worried about. I don't want to be bringing in a bunch of refugees that they're just going to try and steal again. So it's kind of on the way, it seems, but we will have to backtrack a little bit to go to Verkova if we're traveling the river.
Okay.
Seems fine to me.
We have plenty of time to decide whether or not we need to go to Verkova or not, but
Yeah.
we will have to backtrack.
With your family right now.
We'll have to back. Well, I'm not opposed to doing it. I was just worried about bringing people into the city, but it looks like we don't have to do that. So
Okay.
cut to sailing montage.
You got some shit to do before you do that, dude.
No, no, we don't.
You're sailing montage. All right.
Just dad mode on the road trip. He's like ready to go.
So, you guys are ready to start making moves to, like, to the ship? Okay. So Niall turns to you all and says, "Well, listen, guys. Not that I don't want to come on another great venture with you
Stop
all."
him there. I'm gonna like put my hand on his shoulder and stop him there. I'm like, Niall. We really appreciate everything that you've done for us, but we really need someone to hold it down for us at Scarport.
Yeah, I could do that. I could be that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Captain Garland's gonna need all the help she can get rebuilding this place. And I know how much my mom loved this city, even with all its faults. And part of me thinks maybe the purpose that she'd been waiting for me to find was to help rebuild this city that she thought was so special.
So Niall, your job is no longer just mountains.
Now my job is urban planner.
Planner and builder.
That's a real job.
That's a real job.
Can you do me a favor, Niall?
Your
Can you go
mom.
check on Garland's nephew at the post shop? I think he's got some plans he would like to run by you if you're gonna help with that.
Oh, sure. That guy? Yeah, he...
Give him a chance. Give him a chance, Niall.
For you, Davina. I will.
Yeah.
All right.
And Niall,
And he kind
do
of...
not forget the lessons of how to keep your weapon sharp, how to keep it clean, just in case you need it.
He pulls out Flashpoint, the rapier, from his waist, and he says, "I'll never forget." And he starts to brandish it, and it gets like centimeters from your nose. Sorry. Got excited, but
Yep.
yeah, no, I'll take good care of this place, and I'll take good care of myself.
That's good.
Don't get dead, kid.
Nah. Thanks, guys. And he turns to look at you, Valterra. Almost expectantly, like as much as the praise from everyone else has been nice, that's not what he was looking for.
So as he looks at me, there's a legacy in this city. It was your mother's. She never once let that legacy down. It's a heavy burden. But that's what she passed on to you. I won't lie to you, there was a time where I was a little skeptical. But the last few days, last few weeks, after everything that happened, there's nobody better for this city after your mother.
His shoulders square up a little bit. And he says, "Thanks, Val. That means a lot to me. I know I have a lot to live up to and a lot of past mistakes to correct, but I can do this."
Once we finish up, you know I'll be back. Looking forward to see what you do.
You'll have a great city waiting for you.
Good luck.
And at this point, Kiva kind of steps forward as well, and she says, "Yes, well, I think I may stay here a little bit longer as well. I worry about the seat of the Celestials. Knowing that a member of the Circle is still poking her nose around Scarport unsettles me greatly. I can't help but think there's still more here for me to secure.
Do you have any way to message us if we're gone?
You directly? No. Members of my order? Yes.
I guess if you can, whatever you find out in your time here, in the event that we run into any of them, maybe just keep them apprised. I'd be curious to see what exactly is going on after we leave.
Or is there
Trust me,
some kind of way we can identify themselves to them as an ally?
Ally.
She looks around the room. She looks over at a desk. She pulls out a piece of paper and a quill there. And she draws a symbol on the paper. It's a kind of strange looking 8-pointed star. I don't have it officially with me, but I can send you guys something. And she says, this here, it's the mark of our people. It is our interpretation of the lodestar, the guiding star. It's what we call ourselves. Lodestar.
Load.
Yeah, Lode. Lodestar.
World Star.
You're a mess tonight.
I am. I didn't go to sleep until 2 a.m. last night, so
Oh, goodness.
Bitch, I don't want to hear it. Anyways.
I was just reading though. So
Guys, practice.
Yeah, exactly.
self-care. We need to go to bed at reasonable hours.
stop cussing, guys. It's inappropriate.
Practice self-care. We need it.
Stop cursing, guys. It's
Also,
inappropriate
kind of
and
dull
bad.
thing to say.
I would say, welcome to the Velterra Mindfulness Hour.
Okay, so side note, I'm so sorry. I have to because it's important. But last night Matthew and I went line dancing for the first time in several months. But before we went,
Oh my
Matthew had
God.
to take a turmeric and a vitamin C for his joints, and because he's been fighting off a cold. I'm sorry, I'm roasting you live on stream. But then we went there for an hour and a half, and then we left at 8:45 p.m.
On blast.
We got by 9. We were out before 9
And they
p.m.
got 10 and then by 10.
Girl.
It was
Oh my
honestly
God,
the
Jess.
perfect night. It was so fun.
Bruh.
We have seen every
sounds amazing.
aspect of human, the human
spectrum.
condition. Yes.
This group has started from the farthest extremes and created a beautiful spectrum of a Saturday evening.
There we go. That's
Well
what
done, y'all.
holism will do, baby.
Yep, yep. I watched Triple X. It was terrible. It was so bad.
That's random.
Fucking love Vin Diesel. Fucking love Vin
So
Diesel.
random.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Are we
That
rein
one
it in?
just
Oh,
happened
We're gonna
for
rein
Oh
it
my God.
something.
in.
We're breathing in.
Fox.
Everyone. Oh my gosh, we're still. Vel, we're in your meditation hour. What do we do next?
Oh my God, some
listen to
boat
DM.
yoga would be really great. Oh, that'd be so good.
I apologize for nothing.
Anywho,
Oh, am I back? My internet's being funky.
You're back. You're back.
You're back.
You are here.
Okay.
Kind of.
Because I have roll 20.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
you good?
I don't know.
You're a little grainy, but you're fine.
Okay, I think my internet's like
Can
trying
you
to
hear me?
course
Okay.
correct a little bit here. Okay, as long as you can hear me, then we're good. Okay. So,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
so to sum up, Niall and Kiva kind of go about their business rearranging the manor now that they're back and they're going to get a little bit more settled. And you all head out. You make your way back to the inner harbor. And you make your way towards the area that Captain Garland had mentioned, and you see a couple of ships scattered like up across different moorings. There's kind of some big different types of ships placed along specific docks, but this is generally the area that she had mentioned to you all. There's a few like deckhands kind of milling about, some other folks like, dock workers moving stuff around.
What was the name of the captain that we're trying to find again?
Silas.
Silas Briarwood, that's right. Okay.
I was kind of getting used to having the two of them around.
I'm gonna miss
I mean,
Niall.
it would have been nice to have Kiva with us for the information she has, but I understand. She's not wrong.
She'll be more useful here.
Yeah.
I just really want Niall to get with Garland's nephew. I think they would be such a cute couple.
Is Niall gay?
I don't know.
Good matchmaking.
Davina strikes again.
We'll see. Well, we have an invitation to whatever dance they decide to host in Scarport in a few months'
know.
time when the city's rebuilt.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. Back to the city, and
So
have saved the world by then, of course.
I mean, one can hope. So we don't know we're not at the captain yet. We don't know who or where he is precisely, right? I'm just gonna.
Would I know if the captain's? Okay.
I was just gonna grab one of the deckhands that were walking by and be like, "You, hey, you, Captain Silas."
He's like, yeah, what? He turns around and sees you. He's like, oh.
Hey, yo, wait,
What
yo,
can I
wait,
do for
yo.
you, miss?
I like give him like a yucky like up and down, and I just say, "We're looking for Captain Silas."
That pipsqueak, what do you want with him?
It's not about the size. It's about how you use it.
It's about the motion of the ocean.
He blushes real hard at that, and he goes, oh, well, if you want him, his little ship is over there on the other side of this big gal. And there's a big galleon sitting in the water. And you kind of look and you squint, and you can see through some of the portholes and some of the like mastheads. On the other side of it is this like cute little schooner, a little two-masted ship that is like just barely peeking over the edge.
Schooner.
Look at it and I say, "Perfect. I'm sure it'll get the job done." And then I give him a wink.
Yeah, well, have fun. And he kind of chuckles to his buddy, and they go back to work.
Would Elaine and I have any sense of who this Captain Silas is from our prior times in Scarport?
It is not a name that you recognized immediately, no.
Okay.
But if you make your way over to where the dockhand points it out, you see that nestled in between two of the larger docks, you didn't even notice it at first, there are a bunch of planks that are tied together to form their own dock. A makeshift dock has basically been set up, and it leads right up to the edge of the water, and the planks kind of make their way over to the schooner that's parked pretty close to the edge. It's small enough that it can get kind of close.
Did you give us like the Captain Jack Sparrow sailboat? Like the little tiny like. Is that what this is?
I've
It's
got a
it's ship. It's
job
not a regular
done.
ship.
You
But I'm saying like it doesn't have like an official dock set up for it. It has what looks like a bunch of planks that have been kind of tied together that lead to the ship.
Oh my god.
Hey, he's a problem solver.
Promising. This is promising. Okay,
Ingenuity and
I'll
problem.
go first.
Yeah,
You're-
Elaine, maybe
I'll go
hold
first.
back
I'll
when
test it out.
can hold you.
Yes. I'll wait.
Yeah, I'll like go out. I'll jump. I'll like jump a little bit on the planks, like test the weight of it to make sure that it'll hold
Really?
Berlin.
Will be okay.
I would be okay. I would just sink.
Yeah, and none of us could
Violet.
be.
That doesn't sound okay.
I would be. I don't breathe. I'd be okay.
Violet, you're walking out onto the plank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, why are you
Give
saying
me-
it like that?
You
No,
die.
No.
Give me a dexterity check.
Oh my god.
Alright, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Should I roll my really tiny dice for a really, really tiny dock?
Little baby.
Tiny,
doll.
tiny?
Oh
No.
no!
So
That wasn't good. That's an 8.
Uh-oh.
So you go and you step onto this plank, and you are immediately taken aback by how much give it has. This is not a solid walking surface. It's like walking on a waterbed. These planks are basically like barely bobbing against the surface. You lose your footing and you fall onto the plank, which then begins to start to threaten to like log roll tip you over into the water. You claw your way up and you roll, and you are now sprawled out on your back. The water is coming up from underneath the plank and soaking your entire back, but you are still afloat on the plank.
Sal.
It's not ready for you, Elaine.
Okay, I'll stay back here.
Yep. Okay. Graceful as ever, I'm gonna stand up and look at them and be like, "It's good. I'm good. Be careful. It's a little wet. Ground's a little wet. It kind of feels like when you're super drunk and you have to like get your balance. So just be prepared to move when you walk on these planks." And with that, I'll turn around and try to continue to make my way down.
Now that you're there and you've been able to figure out how this works a little bit more, you are able to walk down the planks over up onto the deck of the schooner. And everyone else, if you choose to follow, heeding that warning from Violet, you are also able to gingerly make your way across the plank now that you kind of know what you're expecting. All right, so you make your way across up onto the deck of the ship, and you can hear from inside a small cabin in the back rummaging. There's stuff being thrown, there's banging, there's all sorts of noise coming from the back cabin, as well as kind of like grunts and a voice that's like, kind of like annoyingly cursing a little bit here and there.
I'm gonna hit on the outside of the schooner.
Yeah, and give him a little, hello.
I swear What?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, what?
Can we talk to you?
Who is it?
It's Davina Sinclair.
Don't know Davina Sinclair.
I know, I'm trying to introduce myself and my friends. Can you come out and speak to us?
Oh, give me a second. And he puts his stuff down, and like the door bursts open, and out comes a dwarf.
I'm shocked.
With jet black hair, a beard that at first glance is a little strange to you all. You're used to dwarves having very, very long beards. It's part of their style. He has his cropped a little bit shorter. To be completely honest, like mine, Theo's, is like a shorter beard. And he's wearing a long trench coat. He has a tri-corner hat on, and these big like goggles that have like the different layers, almost like a telescope, but on both sides of the eye.
Okay.
Is this the mole guy from Atlanta?
Quite, honestly, not quite, but like not far off. Not far off.
Gosh. Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Well, are you Davina?
I am Davina. Are you Captain Silas?
I'm Captain Silas the Sea Lion.
Or-
Kid waits.
Well,
I love him.
I just give him like a uh-huh.
Yes,
So
and
you came recommended by Garland.
By who?
Captain Garland.
Captain Garland recommended me herself. For what?
She, to help us, to see if you would help us.
Not C. Will. You've-
Yes, actually, it
Will.
seems you owe her a favor.
Right?
We're just asking for the use of your vessel here, and your help in doing so.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
Your favor to her completed.
I'll help the captain with whatever she needs.
Well, she
Also-
needs you
Well,
to get
easy.
us to Verkova.
You're going all the way to Verkova.
We have some pit stops, but that's the end goal.
You're ballsy.
Well,
Okay.
I wonder.
Okay. Well,
I turned to Sal and I just go, this man has 0 questions and I love him.
It could also mean that he's bottom of the barrel in terms of
he's compliant. That's what we
Still,
need right
and
now.
yeah, he's a little. I think he's a little too compliant. I don't think Garland gave. Okay, it's okay. Garland did not
Well,
give
I
us her
don't-
best. Let me just.
You're more experienced in this area than I am. I don't know. I trust your judgment. Do you think he
No,
can
this,
get us
this is
there?
this is a bad sign.
No,
Only
From
time
my
will tell.
time in Starport, do I know anything about this person, or have I ever heard his name thrown around?
Not necessarily. Because this is something that is of somewhat import to you, a dwarf in Scarport is most likely a refugee. So he probably has not been here for a very long time. But you haven't necessarily heard about any like one dwarf in particular.
Would I know where he would be a refugee from?
Yes, from Dolgulir, the dwarven city.
It's on the
Dolgulir,
lake.
yeah. No, it's in the mountains that
Oh,
hug
yeah.
the coast. It's on the other side of the Windswept Wilds.
Yeah.
Yes, a former dwarven city that is now has been annexed by the Empire.
Okay. Captain Silas, the Sea Lion. I am Sal, the Jaguar. Very nice to meet you.
That's a great name, Sal the Jaguar. He takes like a big beefy hand and he like gives you a big robust handshake. And the rest of you.
I'm Jasper, the bumblebee.
Jasper the Bumblebee.
My name's Velterra. It's nice to meet you.
Velterra the.
Violet kicks you,
Don't
kicks
worry.
you to give up.
Velterra the Stoneblood.
Sure, close enough.
From way back on the dock.
What'd you say? It didn't come through. It didn't come through.
I'm Elaine. I'm waving. I'm way back on the dock. Just,
Owen, what you doing over there?
I'm going to think.
No,
No,
the
just
little
not-
float. The wood floats.
I'll take 2 steps onto it. I trust him implicitly.
Bonk.
Go ahead and make a dex check, Elaine.
Oh my god.
Oh no,
Wait,
girl.
can I help?
No.
Yeah, can you
cannot.
Yeah, I'm gonna see this happen and I think, oh no, this is not gonna go well, and I'm just gonna like shoot out a little wisp of bardic.
I got 4. Oh, what's your
Add-
bardic?
It's a D8 now. Wait, let me double check. Yes, a D8.
Total 5.
You rolled a 1 on the D8?
I rolled another D8.
Oh my god. So you go to take a step on the wood, because this little loud man told you it was fine.
I trust him.
You do. You are a big woman. Your feet are not quite as delicate and dexterous as the others in your party. And on top of that, they're metal. Metal is slippery when it's wet. You hit the first plank, and it's almost cartoonish how your foot immediately slips off and you slip right into the water. And Silas on the boat goes, she forgot to believe in the wood. And she takes the rope along the side of the rail. He ties it to, in one motion, he ties it to his foot. He runs, he swan dives off of the deck of his ship and swims out to you. And he goes, there, little lady, I got you. And he takes the rope from his foot, ties it around your waist, and he yells up onto the deck, somebody pull!
I just start pulling.
Yeah, I'll help pull.
All right, so with the two of you together, you are able to pull the combined weight of Elaine and Silas up. He then, with a big monkey paw, hooks onto the edge of the ship, and with a feat of dwarven strength, takes you with his other arm, Elaine, and lifts you up over the side of the ship.
Thank you. Whoa. That was exciting. Draining. There's water just gushing out of everywhere, and I just open a chest cavity and just a fish flops out. Just a bucket of water. I'm sorry.
Elaine, how was your swim?
I don't know temperatures, so pleasant. Very sudden.
I'm gonna turn to Dev and looking at the captain with new eyes and be like, we're in good hands.
You turn to Dev and you just see her with her jaw open and her eyes wide, what just happened?
Yeah.
So Silas is unfazed by all of y'all, the fact that he had to jump into the water and save a robot. He does not seem phased. He gets up and he takes his jacket, he kind of shakes off the water, takes off his hat, does this a couple times to splash the water, puts it back on, and he says, well, welcome aboard the Lone Klufik.
The what?
The Lone Klufik.
The lawn crew fix?
The Lone Klufik.
The lawn crew thick?
The Lone.
The lone crew.
Fuck.
The lone crew thick?
He goes and he slaps you hard on the shoulder, Jaspers. That's it, you got it.
The long crew thick.
Oh no.
The name painted on the side of the boat.
The name, for anyone who was looking, if you're curious, the name painted on the side of the boat is this.
The Lone Kruthic. Okay. I was hearing way different words.
Lone Kruthic. Got it.
So you have a thick
Beautiful.
crew?
Mm-hmm.
No, Kruthic, like the little beasties from the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what a crew thick is?
Give me a nature check.
5.
Mountains are not your thing. Unlike a friend of yours, your job is not mountains, and
My
so
job,
you're not
not
quite
mountains.
as aware of the fauna of the subterranean world. But thankfully, your new friend seems eager to share, and so he says, Kruthics, they're these little scaled creatures from the mountain. They travel in packs and they hunt in the dark.
Like this? And I point at Brees.
No, not like that. But that's alone something. No, critics are all about hunting together in a pack. But some of us hunt better alone, like me. Anyways, so we sail to Verkova.
That's the plan.
Excellent. So make yourselves comfortable. I'll get the ship ready to sail, and off we go.
Do we need supplies?
How quickly can we get this going?
We can leave right now.
Oh,
Do you have food and stuff?
Of course I have food and stuff. And the
Alright.
ocean's full of fish.
That's true.
I really
He-
like this guy.
Basically just starts going to work. He's like, great, I have a crew here, I have people here. I'm gonna sail my ship.
Simple
we go.
man.
Just trying to find a spot out of the way.
I'll
He
look
is-
for the rest. I'll be like, I've never not been prepared to leave at a moment's notice, so I'm good if you guys are.
I'm ready.
Violet's excited to be back on the water, so she's gonna look at him and be like, "So I know you said that you like to, do this alone, but if you ever need a hand, I'm kind of good at sailing."
A seasoned lassie. You'll be my first mate.
Aye.
Alrighty. So he kind of goes back to work and he starts shouting a couple like minor commands to you just to get stuff moving, like basically like rig this sail, do this thing, and the rest of y'all are able to kind of go and explore the little ship a little bit. So his captain's quarters are in a cabin along the back, and then there are stairs that lead down under deck where there are some more quarters. It's a very modest space. I mean, this is not a large galleon. But there is enough space for the five of you to be able to kind of spread your stuff out. It's a little bumpy. Again, being a small ship, it's not. It's a little at the at the will of the waves. But right now, in your river setting, it's definitely much more tame. So the ship is set and secured. You pull off of this little makeshift dock that at this point you have all but assumed.
Makeshift dock?
Makeshift dock.
Makeshift dock.
That you all basically assume at this point Silas pretty much put there himself, maybe because he was denied a real dock. And you start to sail out of the inner harbor. You make your way into the main branch of the artery, through the gates that mark the entrance into Scarport proper. Down the artery you go, past the forests where you had originally been hunting Kiraphos just a few weeks prior. Down the river until it starts to widen, open up, and eventually you reach the mouth of the river by the end of the day, and you make a turn north as you start to sail. At this point, the day is kind of winding down. The captain is going about managing his own business. Is there anything anyone's trying to do at any point while you're sailing?
I'm gonna pull Sal aside for a moment, if I can have a private moment with her.
Sure.
Cool.
And you see that I am the happiest that I've been in weeks. Just like back on the water, wind in my hair, the salty sea. Like I am happy.
Okay, so we're out on like the open, like the deck or whatever. Okay.
Stand here, Dev. Stand right here.
Okay.
Put your face out like this.
Oh.
You have to. Can I take your hair out? I'm gonna have to take your. I'm gonna take like if your hair's tied up at all. I'm gonna take it out. So that your hair is just like.
What are you doing, Sal?
Just experience it, Dev. Just let the wind caress your face. I'll just let you enjoy that for a few minutes.
This is what you love, isn't it?
It is.
When are you gonna be your own captain?
Well, whenever Garland gives me a ship, whenever I get my own ship, and if I have to steal one of Garland's, then Garland's.
There you go. I was gonna say, you don't get given anything. You take what you want.
I have to take what
We
we
both
want,
do.
and I know, that's why we're doing the jobs that we're doing. I'm collecting the gold, and I have my little stash for my future ship. Be able to just sail wherever I want to go, whenever.
I can't wait for that, for you to have that. But I do need to talk to you. As happy as you are right now, since we've started this little endeavor, you know how I hate to leave the city. You've just seemed not quite the same, and I don't know if it's because I don't see a lot of you in the city. You're always off with Elaine, or what? But this is a new side of you. With the feather and the what have you, and just you seem off your game. What is going on? I feel like the stakes are way too high for you to be where you were up in that mountain.
I'm gonna look at you earnestly and be like, I knew you'd notice, and I'm not upset that you did. This is the side of me, Dev, that has to get the job done. You know, it's when we're in Verkova, I don't necessarily have to be as ruthless or as our dear friend Deri said, deviant. But whenever you sent me on those jobs, I would do whatever needed to get done. I would do whatever it took to get you what you were looking for, or, you know, your clients. But in this case, I may have dipped my toes into something, Dev. Just dipped a toe into something that's outside of my control.
Okay, well, you wouldn't be Sal if you didn't get into something at least once a week.
Into some trouble.
But if this is really as bad as you're saying, we need to know.
Okay.
I need to know going into whatever we're about to walk into. You can't
I know how important information is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know how I absolutely...
I know. I don't want you to see me differently. So hold on to that. I know
the type of stuff you do. I could never see you differently.
Okay. Do you remember that job a few years back? That really difficult one for one of your bigger clients? That was in Verkova?
Yeah, some artifact or something?
Yeah, I walked away from that with my abilities, my psychic abilities, that have been so useful and helpful in this role. But I also walked away with a different kind of gift.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at you and like just chuckle to myself and just be like, I got a blessing from a shadow daddy.
Okay, Sal, here's the thing. With you, that can mean a lot of things. I need a little bit more details.
I know. So every few days I get this. I focus. Okay. I can't believe I said it that way. So, I know I'm really good at what I do. And sometimes to be able to get in and out of places so silently, I just take a little life force here or there from the people who are in my way.
Okay.
And it keeps the hunger at bay.
On my birthday day, he's so hungry.
So some may call it
A little more.
a little. Some may call it a curse. And okay, just to be direct with you, it's the curse of stock, or so I've been told by our good friend
dark
Kiva.
one?
Yeah, the dark god of death. It's his blessing. And it came at the same time as my other abilities, and so I haven't told anyone because we have the apex prelacy out here killing anyone associated with the Pentamon. So I kept it to myself, and I kept it under control, and Elaine has been with me on so many of our different gigs that she kind of saw some of that side of me a little bit sooner than you.
Sal, look, none of that bothers me at all. Is the curse having an adverse effect on you? Is it costing anything?
Well, Kiva said that it's corrupting my soul, and that
Thinks your soul's corrupted? Girl, we were gone so long ago.
yeah, that's what Kiva thinks. I think that she sort of sits on a pedestal, black or white views of the world. Because she doesn't know what this has done for me. Dev, like it has given me an ability that I didn't think I'd ever be able to have. I love this part of myself. It's just who I am.
I think, I don't know, it's not like it's a huge adjustment for me. It's not like anything's gonna change now other than I know now. Right?
Exactly.
Okay, but if you want help with this, I'm more than happy to use any resources.
Well, the resources that you have are the ones that I need. I need information about this curse, about others who have had it, so that I have other reference points other than the Pantheress of the Legisa.
Information I can do. I will help you with that whenever I can.
Okay.
But Sal, I just want you to know, you don't have to hide shit like this from me. Lord knows I've done some shit, so.
I'm sorry I hid it from you for so long, Dev. I didn't want to put you or Elaine in danger, right? If the Apex Prelacy finds out that you're harboring me.
The Apex Prelacy can kiss my ass. All of them. The Shepherd, all of them. Doesn't matter.
They can kiss my ass, too. And I'll let you know, Dev, when the curse has that negative impact on me, I get a little tired, a little extra hungry. And it just means that we may need to deviate for me to be able to feed when I need to.
Well, does it make you eat something different?
No, it's just the energy that Strock demands of me.
Oh, it's just energy from someone else. That's all you need.
It's just exactly. It's just a little life energy here and there.
Oh,
No one
Okay.
really even feels it.
so many problems could have been fixed this whole trip had I just known. I would have helped you out, girl.
Thanks for having my back, Dev.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know
now we
who's gonna be less cool about this? Vel.
Yeah. Your call on telling Jasper and Val. Yeah, 'cause somehow I feel Jasper's even gonna be less cool than Val about it.
And Dev, think on this question if you had an ability and a power no one else had around you, and it enabled you to have a leg up on people, would you so readily get rid of it or have it fixed? Would you view it as something that needed to be fixed?
No. But everything's risk reward. It's all in the sign of business.
And you're gonna see like
Yeah.
my face just like light up and be like, okay, so when the risks outweigh the rewards, I will rethink whether or not I need to be saved.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad we agree.
So Dev, who has the feather now anyway?
I still have the one. Jasper has the other 3, so don't even try. Just don't.
I won't.
I was like, look at me. We're in tight quarters right now. Sticky fingers are not going to help.
I haven't used them in so long for that.
I know. But we're going to be in Verkova soon. You can have all your pickpockets on the way to see Corbin and my dad.
Okay. Well, oh, did y'all get any gold or any additional treasure in that fancy room in the tower?
Vel picked up some stuff, but
You did.
no, I did not. No sticky
You
fingers.
did.
Sal, look at me. It is not mine. It is not yours. We don't steal
It's
from
ours.
friends.
You're right. Right, because it's ours. Thanks, Deb.
No.
I'll wink
I
at
feel
you and sort of like saunter away.
Like Deb's just gonna like, okay, well now I have to go warn Jasper and Sal. Keep an eye on their shit.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else anyone's happening to be doing this evening that you wanted to go through, or?
Yeah, I can't remember. So I picked up a statue that was emanating magic as well. Did we ever? Dev, you were gonna.
I think it was just the like the ancient magic. It was some kind of summoning magic, but
Yeah.
we didn't know.
You never identified it, right?
No, because we
Wait,
couldn't.
you identified?
No.
She used detect magic. She didn't use identify.
It was okay. Can I don't know. Like, it doesn't necessarily. I don't know if I have to attune with it, but like, I think there's a way you can like sit with an item to like kind of learn what it does. But that's not it. I think that's only if it might only be if you attune to it. I'm not sure.
I think, yeah, it's attuning that gives you that.
So I mean, I'll try it just to see if I can get a better idea of what it does, or what its enchantment is, so to speak.
I have, like, well, I have, like, a detection spell or 2, but I don't know how useful it would be.
I think anything short of identify wouldn't really tell us exactly what it is.
Yeah, and I have detect evil and good and poison and disease, so not those either, but...
It's an evil poisonous statue!
It's an evil poison statue! Oh my god!
I've always wanted one of those!
No!
Okay.
I'll try to attune to it, I guess I'll say.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use some creative liberty here because I want to. And it's my fucking game, and I can do what I want. So,
You tell him.
yeah. So you sit with this little figurine in your hand. It's made of bronze. It is in fact small enough to fit in your hand. Like you could hold it with one hand. I mean,
I have Jasper with me just as a because I don't know what's going
Okay.
on. So
it's a beautifully carved um, griffin figurine with extremely intricate details. For something so old, it strikes you that it is still, it's not weathered. It's still very beautifully. And as you look at it, it seems to be almost speaking to you as if it has its own life force, its own energy associated with it. You stop and you start to think about that a little bit more as you have this time on the ship. You're thinking back to a lot of what Kiva mentioned about the power of the quintessence, how it's life energy, how life flows through all these different portents and all these different channels. And you start to wonder, is there life inside this figurine? You focus on it, you think about it, and that's when you feel it. There is, in fact, a spirit to this figurine. The life energy that you feel, you don't necessarily feel, it doesn't tell you one specific thing, it's about what you feel through the energy. You feel the wind pouring over your face as you rush through the sky. You feel your wings begin to shift as you swoop in these elegant dives and rolls. And you realize that what you're actually tuning into is the spirit of the griffin that is tied to this figure.
We got a pet griffin.
yeah, I'm gonna I'll obviously share all that with Jasper. Is there a way to release this spirit? I don't know.
You-
Have I come across this anything like this? Like, is this totally alien to me that this would be something that could exist?
The energy that you feel is pretty alien. I'm trying to see something here. Hold on, let me peek at something on people's character sheets.
I have an idea, Val.
Sorry, whenever you're done with that, I'll say.
Okay. Jasper. This is the first time I think you're getting a closer look at this griffin, correct?
Yeah.
You look at it, you see along the base there's a word written out. It's written out in Sylvan, which you can understand, and it is the Sylvan word for griffin.
How about you say this, and I write it down phonetically for him, because I don't want to say it, because this is his thing. So I want to write it down phonetically in common.
Yeah, my best to just I'll say that. The word.
Where are you guys right now?
On the
Probably
boat.
on the upper deck of the ship out of the way somewhere.
Okay. You speak this word. The figurine begins to glow a bright golden shimmer. The glow becomes so bright that the shape of the figurine underneath it's kind of lost to you underneath the brightness of the light. The light itself begins to grow and grow and grow and grow until the light now is beginning to take shape. On the deck of the ship, in front of you, in the place of where the figurine was sitting, is now a beautiful golden brown griffin that stands there, shakes its head, and kind of lets out like a screech, like an eagle cry, before it like turns its very sharp eyes and looks at you kind of expectantly.
I'll just point at Jasper.
Who is it looking at?
I give
Is
it.
up on the deck
I
so
like.
can see it is? I saw
I
the
I'll give
Oh,
him
we
like
can all
a.
see it?
I'll give him a scratch underneath the beak.
They'll do that thing that birds do where they do like the like feather ruffle.
Yes.
They do like the feather ruffle and they go like Zzz. And then he kind of like clicks his beak in a friendly way.
I'm gonna like point to the sky. I'm gonna look at it and kind of like point up in the sky.
It looks up at the cloudless night with all of the stars, and you feel you kind of look up with it, and so you feel it before you hear it or see it. It's the pressure change as its wings unfurl rapidly, and it goes thump, thump, and it takes off the deck and goes up in the air and starts making these very acrobatic, beautifully graceful swoops, letting out another sharp cry.
As it takes off, I'm going to invoke my elemental gift of flight.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna
What?
follow it up into the air.
I beg your pardon?
Bitch, you can fly?
Incredible!
Yes.
You lift off the deck of the ship. As you do so, the sea breeze picks up as it kind of you come off the protection of the ship, but your magic is strong and you're able to stabilize yourself. Its eyes dart to you and it immediately dips down again and comes flying right underneath you and sort of grazes its back against you and then kind of comes up on top of you and continues its flight.
Yeah, I mean, I got 10 minutes of this, so I can do it 3 times. So I got about 30 minutes of this.
I got 30 minutes of playtime.
Epic.
I'm just gonna do some laps around the ship.
Oh my god.
And I mean, I'm not the fastest. It's probably has a faster flying speed than me, but I'll do my best to kind of keep up with it, and then just kind of graze the water a little bit at the bottom, and then kind of return back to the deck of the ship. It's worth noting, as I'm doing that, when I first kind of lift off, there's like a purple crackling energy, very like akin to kind of like almost like lightning, but softer. And it kind of just like surrounds me as I lift up and as I'm moving.
So you continue this flight. The Griffin, while it does in fact have a very fast flight speed, slows itself to perfectly match your pace and fly in harmony with you. You can tell there is a deep trust between this Griffin and you. It follows your lead.
Hiccup? Oh my gosh. Did you get a pet?
And
Oh my gosh.
And Eric, you can go ahead and just for the record, add this item to your inventory in its full.
Wait, holy shit is right. This is our first big Item.
Wait, let me put
Wait,
that. Let me put that
magical
in the
item.
general chat because people are, I'm sure, curious.
Holy
Oh
crap.
my
Oh my god. And
This
this
is
whole time,
amazing.
okay, and the past like 3 sessions, I have been like, oh, I really want to ask permission to have find steed as a spell, but and now we have a griffin permanently. What the hell?
When
Wow.
So there's a couple things to note about this, and obviously, like, this is stuff that you can find out from Velterra as he becomes attuned to this. It only lasts for 6 hours, and it can only be used once every 5 days.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
That's amazing.
You get a pet. You get a pet. You get a pet. You get a pet.
3 more pets coming around.
Yeah, wait, how long until Breeze can fly? Can he fly?
no, he's like
No,
a
he's a guard drake.
yeah,
He
he's
can
a
fly, he can
he's a
fly.
dragon dog. I'll watch them reverently and kind of miss my Quetzalcoatl.
I'm watching as well, and I'll use prestidigitation to do some like nice musical notes or some kind of background.
It's literally just romantic flight from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was
Yes.
Well, neat.
Oh,
And they can use it again for 5 days now, but that's cool.
correct.
That's so cool.
You do, in fact, have a griffin at your disposal.
Neat.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Riley's gonna take out like the humanoid figurine that she got from the tower. It's gonna be like,
Summon a man.
Why do this
from
shit?
the man? Okay.
This is some life size shit.
Literally. Alright.
So
So,
cool.
as everyone enjoys their adventurous first day aboard the Lone Kruthic, you all settle down for the evening. The captain assures you that he's going to continue, his sailing. He was able to take some rest during the day, during some calm parts of the journey, and he'll continue sailing through the night. And you all settle down for a long night's rest. So everyone can go ahead and take a long rest if you need it. I don't know if you do.
I don't think we've
but
done
for other
anything,
abilities or anything like that. But before we move on to the next day,
What?
No thanks.
as you all rest, one of you in particular is having a very restless sleep. Violet.
I'm shocked.
It couldn't be me. Okay.
You toss and turn in your sleep. It's tough to feel comfortable. There's a pain, there's a discomfort, there's something that just feels off. And especially down in the dark underdeck of the ship, it's kind of just unsettling down there. Until eventually you can't take it anymore and you kind of just force yourself to sit up. And that's when you notice that there's a corner of the underdeck that's darker than the rest of the ship. It is a pitch black darkness.
Similar to the one that Adronia walked through.
Somewhat, yes. But this shadow begins to speak to you.
What-oh.
You hear a voice. It reverberates through the wooden planks of the ship and nestles itself in a deep part of your brain. And the voice says, "Did I not fill you when you hungered? When you hungered for freedom, for power? Did I not sate you? I led you to a feast, and you deny me. You refuse me. Your gifts come at a cost. Do not deny me again."
Are you done?
Tonight, I hunger once more. I will feed on you. The shadow rests itself out of the corner of the ship. Everything around you now goes black. And you go numb. There is a horrifying sensation of lifelessness that you are facing. You are still yourself, you are still conscious, but you are nothing.
I can't move.
No. You have no idea how long you stay like this. Until eventually, the shadow recedes as a very faint light comes through the area with the ladder up to the deck as dawn starts to break. Violet, you start the day with 5 less hit points than everybody else. At the same time, Velterra, as the night goes on, you get a full night's sleep, but you have a very vivid nightmare. You're back in the chamber at the seat of the Celestials. Vol, in his awakened form, stands in front of you. Violet comes into the room and Vol screams. Except this time, Violet attacks him. It is not so much a physical attack as an energetically overwhelming attack. You know Vol as energy. You feel him as energy. You don't feel him as a physical form. And what you feel is emptiness as parts of him seem to disappear. The parts that you know, the parts that you feel. You become trapped in that scream of Vol until eventually your vision starts to go black and all you hear is that scream ringing in your ear until you are jolted awake and dawn has broken. And everyone else, good morning.
When I wake up,
Yeah, I know it's gonna be. I'm gonna be wakes up next to you.
Stop! We've talked. I will not. I will not talk to you again. I will not talk to you again.
hey Vol, how in my head are you?
Did you dream? No. I was sleeping.
Well, how'd you sleep?
But I feel rested and ready and excited because you promised we'd be back on a ship. And we made it!
Aw.
We're here.
I'm happy today.
Oh, buddy.
You know what? Me too.
Eric, you son of
Dude, multitasking, bro.
How are you making these so fast?
This is so good. I can't breathe.
And Jess' voice going, "Meh."
Meh.
I'll take 25 Uno cards. Please and thank you.
Anyway.
Oh my
Did
Oh, funny stuff is funny.
here we go.
Anyway, to bowl,
Did
let's say, well, let's head above deck and maybe we'll see something new today.
Like a dolphin.
Have I ever seen a dolphin?
Yeah, but not with him.
Yeah, maybe. We'll keep an eye out.
He kind of like, in your head, he's like, today will be the day I see a dolphin.
Is it? Head up above deck.
All right, you see the captain is up there, Captain Silas, the sea lion. And he goes, "Good morning. Did you sleep well?"
Well enough, yeah. Thank you.
Good, good, because we are in for some rough seas today. We're entering the worst of the Kraken's whip.
Okay.
Is that the point?
That'll be fine.
Is that
It's the sort of...
westward jutting point?
Yeah, so basically, you guys would... People who've done sailing, you would know this. So, as you get further to the north, the ocean starts to freeze over. The Kraken's Whip is this portion that kind of comes around the tip of the continent that almost never freezes. But it does lead to some pretty swift currents right along the edge there. Yep.
So that's where we're at right now?
Yeah, you guys are basically approaching the corner. Oops, yeah, up top there. That's how far you've gotten out of day's travel. The schooner's moving at a pretty fast pace. You guys are moving pretty quickly. It's a small ship, but it's a fast ship. But he's like, we're entering the worst of it now. But don't worry. Silas has traveled this many times.
Over under 5 times.
Over 5 times.
Guys, over 5 times. I'm sold. We're fine.
Now, of course, on those trips, I had my pith gem, but the captain confiscated all the pith gems to help with the hush tower, so we're going into it a little, well, I've never done that before. We'll see what happens.
What does the pith gem do for a ship again?
So, a pith gem has an ability to almost... In the same way, the way we in Earth would understand it is if you have 2 waves, like sine waves, and you equalize them, they become a flat line. Correct?
Sure.
The scientists of Zholmyr have discovered some sort of a way to basically take crux, have it be emanating itself in a way that it kind of counteracts the volatility of the natural energy that's found out in the environment. So what ships do, and that's why they're called, most ships are called pith galleons, because what they do is they have these gems at the bow of the ship that basically creates this aura around the ship that kind of placates the waters, the area that you're sailing, fends off. It's almost like a. I'm trying. I wish I had a better example that I could pull out of my brain right now, but
It's like in Baldur's Gate
allows for
3,
safe
where you
passage.
have like the aura around you.
Okay.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Yes, thank you.
I'm so worried.
Do we still have? I mean, it would take a pretty large pith gem to help out, right?
Like an industrial grade pith gem, yeah.
Listen, we've seen worse seas, Elaine, than this.
Oh, for sure.
Wait, can I
We did
clarify?
have a
Is
much
everyone
larger ship.
here an experienced sailor, except for myself?
Experienced sailor? I wouldn't say so. I've been on boats, though.
Yeah, so you've spent time. You're familiar.
Valterra put me on one. So this would be like the second time I'm on a ship, right? The first was I'm asking Theo. This is probably the second time I've been on a ship.
I would say an ocean-dwelling ship. Yeah.
My job is not ship.
Okay.
Well, it's good for you, Jasper, that my job is ship. So
Sal, can you?
my
direct
job
me
is ship. So
Can you
first
direct
mate.
me to the life jackets?
Yeah, of course. I also, by the way, everyone, I'm first mate now. So Dev, you can find the life vest over in this corner, and anyone else need anything?
Here, and here.
Yep, here, and remember to put on your own oxygen mask before helping others. Any other questions before it gets a little bumpy?
I am
Also, the
going
captain,
to find
Good.
like is there like there I'm assuming there's like a door that leads down into like the under deck. Are there like railings?
On the sides of the ship, or like
Central to the ship. Like are there like railings that I could like attach myself to?
Same.
yeah, there should. Yeah, there's like different. Well, I mean, there's the mastheads, right? So there's two mastheads that stick up from the deck of the ship. So they're like big giant wooden poles. There's a couple of other. I should know all my sailing terms, but there's like a couple. Yeah, there's like a couple of railings that like lead up to the captain's quarters. There's spots. Yeah.
Okay, I will attach myself. I'm assuming I have like a belt. I will loosen the belt and basically tie the belt around the mast and then redo the belt so that I am attached to the mast.
Yeah. Going full Odysseus. All right.
I want to tie a rope around my own waist and also tie it to the mast so that I can like maneuver around the ship and help like with things, but
Yep.
not maybe sink to the bottom of the ocean. So, yeah.
Good deal.
Dev,
tying
you should
off
probably tie yourself up.
I'm tying off, and I'm sitting in the most out of the way spot so that I will not be in anyone's way.
And free
Oh,
ball.
Dev, if only we had the sack. Yeah, if only we had the sack on the stick so that we could
What are you doing?
protect.
She has her poncho.
We have.
Are you wearing it? I don't see it on you.
I can't put it on. Is it raining? Is it currently raining to you?
I'm just saying that if it gets really wild out there on the seas and there's a lot of waves, I'm saying you might want to.
Yeah. Well, we can't let Niall's gift, this beautiful fur coat, get ruined. So yeah, I will put the burlap sack on a stick on turned coat.
Amazing. Okay. Is that how everyone's situating themselves here for your day of travel?
Yee.
Okay. So the captain continues to maneuver, and he yells out to y'all, "All right, brace yourselves yourselves. It's going to get bumpy. And it's interesting. It is a bright sunny sky. There's not a cloud in the sky. But the waves are starting to grow as if they are being churned by a storm. Oh god, I gotta look at this now. What is this?
Yeah, there's a
Stop.
lot.
I'm done. I'm done.
Are you really? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Eric is on a GIF. Like he just wants to make all the memes.
They're all so good. They're all so good.
Zholmyr? Hey guys, Zholmyr, more like Zholmeme. Am I right?
Literally. Literally.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
I'm
They're
so
so
sorry to
good.
our
They're just
viewers.
so good.
Oh my
I know
god.
we have
Okay.
to
When
read that
when
play
someone
somehow.
when someone finally makes like a fan account of us, it's definitely gonna just be called Zolmemes, and it's just gonna be memes of Zholmyr.
I love the wit.
It's so
I like
good.
that attitude.
That only Eric creates.
Yeah.
He's the
Eric
caretaker of the page.
Eric's gonna start our own fan page.
Yes!
We already
Alright.
have
I can tell from the look in his eyes that he's currently making one.
Yep. There you go.
I just made a new channel.
Oh my
Just
god.
going around.
You forgot the L.
Memes.
Zomemes.
Show memes.
Jamim.
Zholmyr.
Okay, can I continue my narration here, please?
No.
Oh my god. The water is. I'm not even gonna look. The water is.
What?
Oh my god. Okay. As I was mentioning, even with a bright sunny day, the water is churning itself up as if there is a storm that is beginning to brew. The waves are getting higher, they're starting to crest, there's white peaks that are starting to form, and the ship is bobbing and weaving and rocking. The captain does not seem phased, and he is continuing to go about his business as usual. And at this point, you are all anxiously kind of just riding this out. There's not much that can be done in this moment. You kind of have to just trust in the captain and his new first mate here. And from time to time, he yells out little encouragements. He's like, "Oh, that's okay. I meant to do that." And as you kind of come across a really rough wave or something like that. And you continue on this for a while until all of a sudden there is a loud thump on the side of the ship. And it lurches a little bit, and then the captain pulls a rope to try to right the ship a little bit. And he looks around a little confused. And this time on the other side of the ship, again, there's a thump, and it rocks the other way. And he goes, "Violet, take the rope!" And he goes, and he scurries with an insane speed for a little dwarf, and he climbs up the front masthead up to a crow's nest, and he's looking around, and the ship is continuing to bob and weave. There's another thump from the back of the ship, and he darts his head and he looks, and he kind of grips the edge of the crow's nest, and he says, "Brace yourselves, we got trouble!" For those who can see, who are not tied to a mast and can see the edge of the ship, the waves themselves, in their normal cresting patterns, are now starting to carve out their own shapes. You see 3 in particular, as a wave crests, and the crest turns into a kind of pseudopod-like hand as the water elemental once again slams against the side of your ship. And I am gonna need some initiative
Let's go.
rolls from everybody.
I don't wanna.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Oh wait, no.
What?
22.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
appropriate. That is
An
an
18.
that is an appropriate roll for currently.
Right.
Where are we putting these?
I put mine in general.
Elaine. Initiative 13. Belterra. Initiative 22, baby. Davina. Initiative 18. Violet. Also initiative 18. And Jasper. Initiative 10. All
I'm-
right.
I'm tied to a mast. What do you want from me?
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and move us over here to some roll 20.
Oh, let's go.
Ooh.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
And I gotta get some pieces here because I'm gonna need some help positioning you folks. So let me know when everyone has arrived.
Yep.
I think you're all here from before from the map, right? Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's what I remember from basically what people were telling me. Jasper, you are tied to the masthead here, correct?
1 second. I'm pulling it up. Where's the? That's the where I would go under deck.
No, you
Is
said you're tied. You said you're tied to the mast.
yes, but this is where I would go under deck.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yes, that is the mast I would have chosen.
Okay. Elaine, you are tied to a rope, but not tied necessarily to anything. I would say that puts you over here. You want to go over here?
Yeah, I was thinking this one so that I could get to the wheel in case they needed someone to just lock it, you know?
Beautiful.
Mm.
Okay. Violet, I'm going to say you're at the wheel because the captain directed you to do that after he went up to the crow's nest.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Davina and Belterra, I will let you decide where you would be starting this from.
Which one hit the side of the ship where he was like brace and we saw the sort of pseudopod thing come up?
This one here. The one on top.
Okay, then I would say I'm probably right around here.
Okay. Put you right here on the edge of the ship. Miss Davina.
I'm
Don't
on
you mean
the
Devi?
mast post with Elaine.
Okay. Are you tied down?
I'm tied off, so I'm not like tied to the mast, but I have like a string attaching my waist.
Okay.
Does
So
that
if
make
you fall
sense?
overboard, sort of this, like kind of thing.
Yeah, so I can move around. Yeah.
Very Treasure Planet.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
You want to come out? Okay.
Alrighty, beautiful. In that case,
Sasha
we are
Bale.
going to go ahead. What?
Sasha Bale.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Sasha
we were.
Bear.
We're gonna kick this off then with Belterra.
Is the ship mobile still? Like, is it moving?
Oh yes,
How fast is it moving, approximately?
at a very fast clip.
So if I were to fly, would it just be like I'm flying and then the boat goes by underneath me and I'm gone? How does that work? I fly, and then you guys just take off.
Bye.
That is how I don't know how physically that's how it would work. I don't know how it works.
No, this is magic. We can do whatever the fuck you want. You can fly.
I can fly.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
The ship.
Correct.
Well, cool.
All right. Then fuck it. We're gonna use my elemental gift, and I'm gonna give myself a fly speed of 30 feet that lasts for 10 minutes, during which I can hover.
Oh yeah.
And so as I do that, I'm going to. First thing I'm going to do is probably just let off 2 from the deck of the ship, 2 Eldritch
Yep.
Blasts, this guy here.
Okay.
So the first one is a 9 to hit.
Nope.
And the second one is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright, so that is going to be. Well, it's a 1 on the die, but I get +4 plus an additional +3. So it's a total of 8 damage.
Okay.
Plus, he is pushed 10 feet back.
He is pushed 10 feet back. Okay, so I need to tap. So that means, like, boot.
Probably like here, I would guess.
Oh, okay, yeah, relative to you. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'm going to take to the skies, and I'll put myself kind of like up around the mast, or up around the sail, somewhere up here.
Okay.
You know what? So that we can make sure this actually does kind of make sense, I will fly up, and I'm going to, with one hand, grab onto like a rope attached to the sail, so that I'm hovering, but the ship is essentially pulling me with it. So I'm flying relative to the speed ship because I'm holding onto it.
Sounds perfect.
Cool.
All right.
Wait, actually, real quick. From being up here, can I see that there are others around as well?
Yes. From the vantage point, you see one immediately over to your right, over here, and then farther down here is another one as well.
If I can, before the end of my turn, I will just call out where they are, so everybody knows kind of what's coming.
Perfect.
That's it.
Sweet.
All right, Violet. You are up.
Okay. Val, you're up in the air, like above the elemental, like far above, right?
Yeah, I'm like up on the sail, basically. I'm grabbing onto the sail.
Okay. Grabbing on. Okay. I am going to. It's gonna be difficult for me to hide if I'm holding the wheel. So can I even let go to do anything?
Try.
No, I'm in. Well, it's a good thing everything that I do is just psychic. So I'm going to. Dun, 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 dun. Which one can I? I can see both of the elementals on your side.
You can see one immediately to your right, yeah, and one immediately to your left if Jasper had just called it, or sorry, Voltaire had just called it out for you. Because you're on a little bit of a higher elevation, yeah.
Perfect. So I am going to, with my hands on the wheel, summon one of my psychic daggers, and try and cut off one of the water elemental's arm.
Okay.
With it and slice through.
Which one, the one on the right or the one on the left?
The one that's on the left.
Okay.
So the one closest to Elaine. And that is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. So 1d4, 2, 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay, what type of damage is that?
That is Dex. Dex.
No, the type of damage.
It is. Yeah, I'm looking. Psychic.
Okay. And you said that was how much damage again? 7?
7. Mm-hmm.
7. Okay. Beautiful. 7 damage. So the dagger lashes out. It does sear off with some of that psychonic idea. There's like a little bit of steam, sort of like, and it does make contact with the elemental, but being kind of an amorphous blob, you don't necessarily cut its arm off, but you do definitely make impact with it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna, with my bonus action, take my other dagger and slice through it again.
So,
Let me go to attack.
hold on. And maybe former DM can help me with this, because what I'm trying to figure out is, can you do that if you are also holding onto the wheel? If you only have one hand available, can she be making those 2 attacks?
No, it has to be an offhand.
That is up to you. But yeah, I would say if she is using one of her hands to hold the wheel, that would be her offhand.
Yeah.
That is, I think that's the judgment I'm going to make, Jess.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning towards.
Okay, then I will.
He gets 2 attacks.
Then I will put my other hand back on the wheel, and then just yell like, "Psychic attacks work," as a type of damage out to everyone.
That's the only one who can do psychic. Oh, that's not true. Davina can do psychic damage. All right. Sorry. Speaking of which, Davina, you are up next, my dear.
Okay. I am gonna see Sal struggle with the wheel, and I'm gonna go take it from her and say, "Just do what you need to do." But
Okay.
I will also cast my cantrip Starry Wisp at the one on the right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll to hit. Okay, so 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, and then 2d8. Let's see, and then I'll tell you what the damage is.
This is some peaceful ocean music.
So 6.
Am I not playing the right music? Hold on. I'm not.
It sounds very
What?
lovely.
Did it just
Breaks
disappear
out
for
of the
everybody?
sea.
No, it's
still on,
playing.
but it's like
It's just peaceful
sailing
ocean.
music. Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
going on? That's so weird. It like stopped everything for me. Here, if I do this, is it gonna? Is it? If I do this, is it gonna cause like a cacophony? Because I think this is what I meant to play. Hold on.
Let's find out.
That sounds more accurate. That sounds.
Yeah, this is battle music.
Okay, but this is also weird. I can't hear it. It's not playing for me. But it's okay. The music's on. It's playing. We're doing great. All right. Sorry. So Davina, go ahead and remind me what that damage was.
So that's gonna be 6 radiant damage, and then until the end of my next turn, it emits a dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Alrighty.
Sweet.
Very cool. So a blast of light from Davina hits this water elemental. Again, the same sort of thing, sort of like a searing kind of like, and now he's so sparkly.
He glitter.
He glitter.
Wow.
All right, Elaine.
Awesome. Okay, I'm first going to move to about here, like right above the grate.
Okay.
And I am going to cast a 2nd level bless to get
Okay.
all of the folks in the party. So whenever you roll an attack roll or a saving throw for the next minute, you can add a d4 to the number that you roll.
Yeah.
Every single time, so it can stack with like Bardic Inspo and everything. So, yeah, go nuts.
That's amazing.
Have fun.
Nice.
Yeah. So that is my action, and then I won't take any bonus actions, but I will move here. Well, here.
Okay.
And pull out my glaive so that I can have reach when I inevitably stab this water weird. So
Okay.
yeah. And that
Alrighty.
is my turn. That's it.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Mr. Tied to a Mast.
Still tied to a mast. I'm just
Still
gonna.
tied to a mast.
I'm gonna yell, nope, 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 nope. And I'm going to shoot the one that's closest to me.
Okay, right over here.
Yee.
Go ahead.
I'm going to use a crux bullet. And I'm going to use Arctic Freeze.
Very nice.
Ooh.
And I shoot it. 13 on the dice. I want this one to hit, so it was not sharpshooter.
Sure.
So 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So 1d10 plus 5. Hep. That's not great. 9 piercing.
Okay.
And then for let me go to my. You need to make a. I think it's con save. Yeah, con saving throw.
16.
You son of a bitch.
It meets it.
Yes.
Dang it.
That's not great. I will shoot it again.
All right. Here's the thing. First, you shoot that first bullet, and it's a crux bullet. You infuse it with that energy that you've been able to do for a while now. And so the rest of you, if you're paying attention, watching, Jasper shoots his gun. It's not a bullet that comes out of the gun. It is literally an icicle that shoots out of this gun, makes contact with this creature, and flash freezes a part of the water elemental. And you see these little ice crystals kind of start to form in other places. And as it's like starting to like whirl and thrash, it does kind of like slow down a little bit as these ice crystals make its way across its form.
I'll say it does. It doesn't.
Still moving.
It doesn't do ice damage. The shot itself. Okay.
I take it all back.
Yeah.
Take it all back.
If it failed to
Sorry.
save, then yes,
It would have done cold damage. Got
it would have done
okay,
cold
okay.
damage. That's why I said piercing.
Okay.
Thank you for being honest. Yes, you're right. Okay.
Yes.
And I guess it's just a really cool shot. But it is a crux infused bullet, so it still is able to.
So it still
really do some
hits.
damage to this thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I just shoot things. So I will just shoot it again.
Okay.
With my second attack. 14 plus. Fuck. Wait, what's my. To hit now with leveling up? Because I haven't attacked since then. Plus 10 to hit, so plus 5 to the dice, so 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. So I'll do another d10 plus 15. 8 on the dice, so 8 plus 15 is 23.
23.
But that's just
Okay.
regular piercing damage.
Okay, so
Wow.
you do notice that with this not being a crux infused bullet, it does not seem to sort of recoil as harshly from the attack as it did.
I will yell out,
previously.
regular attacks don't work all that well, guys.
All right. With that, the elementals, having taken a first
Jeez.
round of damage, are even more riled up.
I'm in danger.
This one here, after taking 2 bullets, the wave is going to kind of like rise and crest, and it's going to dump it right onto the deck here. And it is going to attempt to whelm you, Jasper.
I'm underwhelmed,
So I need
though.
you to make a strength saving throw.
That's not my best.
What does it mean to whelm?
We will probably. Oh wait, because I'm a fighter, I actually have a good strength saving throw.
Oh, you do.
I do, don't I? 13 on the dice plus 4 is 17.
Okay. Out of the elements. I'm gonna say that doesn't work because you're tied to the mast. Okay. So basically what happens is, it's interesting because you're tied to a mast, but you are more instead using your strength, like your resolve, to basically like not let yourself get swept up. But on top of that, because you're tied to a mast, it's not comprehending that right away. So as it's like attempting to whelm you, you're stuck to a mast, and so it can't.
So it's kind of just like trying to pull me, and I'm just like, fuck you, buddy. Do I take damage?
All right. No. Okay.
Hell yeah,
And so
brother.
I'm trying to like do this, and I'm like, no, on a whelm. On a successful save, yeah.
I'm
no,
just wet.
Okay. Just wet. Wet and angry. Wet and angy.
I'm wet and angry, guys.
Alright. This one is going to crest also over the side of the ship and come charging up to you, Miss Violet. And it is going to make 2 slam attacks against y'all. First one is going to be a 10 to hit.
Nope.
Rolled a 3 on the dice. And then the second one is going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits. My AC is 15.
Alrighty, I need you, and then let's get Chioswa. Alright, so you will take 14 bludgeoning damage.
No, she won't.
Lovely. I will do an.
Why is that, Davina?
I will.
Because Davina's throwing out some silvery barbs.
That's what I was expecting.
Got him.
Alrighty. So, I mean, it doesn't matter because I have to subtract something, and it's gonna fail, right? Or do you roll it?
Silvery barbs, you just re-roll.
You
Oh, I just re-roll and take the lower? Okay, got it. Alright, that is higher. So, I do still... This is a 15 on the die.
Okay, so then I'm going to do an uncanny dodge. My first uncanny dodge.
Let's go.
Remind me how that works.
I take half the damage. So when an
that?
attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack damage against you.
Very nice.
Violet is getting my advantage from that.
Okay.
So on your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you got advantage. So
amazing. Okay.
So uncanny dodge, you can just use over and over again. There's no...
Once per turn. Like one.
Oh yeah, it's true. Once per
turn.
Yeah.
That is good. That was good. All right, and then this third one is going to also climb up on deck here, and Miss Elaine, it is going to attempt to whelm you as well. So, need a strength saving throw from you.
Okay. A strength saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Awful. Okay, I got a 9 overall.
Oh no.
Oh
I did
no.
so bad. I don't know what it is. I roll bad at the things I'm good at. I roll good. I know. It goes in the dunce chair.
It's a dunce.
Straight to jail.
It's a dunce.
Do not.
All right, Elaine, you are grappled by this thing. Here's the kicker, which is interesting, Miss Elaine. So you are restrained, and you are unable to breathe. Well.
One of those things is a problem.
Well, yeah.
But on top of that, you do also take 15 bludgeoning damage.
Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
Ay, ay, ay is right. Ay, ay, ay.
All right. And with that, we will return to the top of the order with Velterra.
All right. So, oh no, I just hit back on my character sheet. Sorry.
Idiot.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Okay. I'm going to... I'm going to fly kind of down and around over towards here a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm going to let off 2 Eldritch Blasts at this one here and attempt to drive it kind of back off the side of the ship away from Jasper.
Alrighty.
The first one is 16 to hit.
That hits.
And the second one is another 16 to hit.
Woo!
Yeah, double hit.
Alright, let me double check something real quick. I think
Bitch ass bitch.
Repelling Blast is just when you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast. It is not once per turn.
And there's no saving throw. I believe it just happens.
20
It
feet
does just
back,
happen.
and I will deal 6 plus... Ooh. 6 plus 13 is 19 damage.
Very nice.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement speed. I think I was like right here. That was like 5, 10,
Yep.
15, 20. I'll go another 10 feet further over this way and kind of again cling to the sail.
I don't know. I mean, guys, does your Pythagorean theorem check out for this time? No, I'm just kidding.
We mathing out here. But yeah, that's it. That will do it for me.
All right, so Jasper. Why do I keep confusing you and Jasper? What the fuck? Velterra.
Because we them boys.
Seeing this creature trying to sort of latch on to Jasper on the mast, launches 2 quick blasts that send this wave of water reeling back over the edge of the ship. And we now return to Violet.
Right. I got this the watery dude right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
But Davina has the wheel. Dev.
Correct.
All right. So I'm going to turn to you, Dev. I'm going to be like, don't let go. And I'm going to... Am I able to disengage from this thing, or is it within 5 feet of me? It looks like I have a little bit of space.
No, so because it's a large creature, it takes up the 4 squares around it, so it is technically right in your space.
Okay. I am going to...
So if you wanted to use bonus action disengage, you could, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to use bonus action disengage. And then sprint my way to the one that is next to Elaine. And I'm going to try to do a cool... I jump up onto the wheel in front of me and sort of use it, put my one leg against it.
It's the crow's nest that's like, it's high up.
Oh, it's like really high up. Okay, just kidding.
Yeah.
Can't do
You're
anything
like looking
cool.
at the top down. Sorry. You can like jump off the railing, like you're like elevated up on the wheel deck. You can like jump off the railing.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump.
At it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna attempt to jump over it, and land in one of these little fun boats. And as I jump over it, I want I can only use one knife, but one of my psionic daggers, I want to try to like slice it through what would be its throat as I leap over it. Let's see. Okay, that's a 10 roll, which is an 18 to hit.
Sorry, I'm catching up on the memes. Continue.
Yeah, it's wild.
Okay, does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Yeah? Okay,
yes.
Perfect. So it's a 1d4. Okay, 3 plus 5 is 8, and then I'm going to do my sneak attack because Elaine is flanking. And so that is
I'm gonna say, unfortunately, no. Elaine is not flanking. She is whelmed. She is like entrapped by this water elemental. That's not gonna be flanking.
Inside of it.
Correct.
I forgot that you were inside of it. Oh, okay. Well,
Way.
then I'm hoping that my efforts to damage it will get it to her out. So yeah, it's only 8 damage.
Okay. 8 damage to the bad boy. Alrighty. Davina.
Okay, she is going to cast slow on all 3 of them. So the 3 of them need to make a wisdom save of 16.
Ooh.
Interesting. Wisdom save. Okay.
Wisdom save.
So, okay. We have a 2, a 15, and a natural 20.
Whoa.
Okay, well the 2 that failed now have a -2 AC, and a -2 on dex saving throws, and they can't take reactions. Only 1 action.
Okay. So the 2 that are affected are the ones that are currently on the ship. The natural 20 was the one that's off over here.
Okay.
So these 2 are the ones that are affected. Alrighty, and I'm gonna need you to just remind me of that as I get to their turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome, Elaine.
Yeah.
Anything else, Davina?
No, she's holding on to the wheel for dear life. She's like trying. She doesn't know what she's doing. That's it.
Okay.
Doing great, Deb. Doing great.
She got this.
Going to the right.
What do I do?
You got it.
Soaked mascara running. Just
You look so good.
All right, so Elaine, you are still grappled. So you are restrained. So that means that your speed is 0.
Oh, I'm restrained.
And you are restrained. Correct.
I was checking the rules. I wanted to see what I could get away with. Okay.
Oh, bonus! Can I give Bardic to Elaine?
Sure.
As my bonus action.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. Bardic can be to any D20 roll, right?
You can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Sweet. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to attack this thing. I have disadvantage, but I do have
Correct.
inspiration to try to use. So I'm gonna attempt. An attempt is going to be made. Okay. It is a. Oh, I didn't put my glaive in here, but it's 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, sweet. So
Woo!
18 to hit. It's a D10 of slashing damage, but more importantly, it is a 2d8 radiant damage because I'm gonna divine smite it.
Work.
So, I'm gonna try to explode it from the inside.
Smite that bitch.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful 13 radiant damage. And
Nice.
slashing, it is 4. No, 6 slashing damage. Forget to add stuff.
Are your slashing damage, are those attacks considered magical for you as Paladin?
They're not. They're
Okay.
not. Just the smite is.
Beautiful. All right, so from within inside this elemental, this beacon erupts as Elaine smites it from the inside, and again, like that, a huge blast of that hissing comes out, and you sort of hear kind of like the roar of the water that almost sounds like a scream of a creature, perhaps.
I also forgot I got a new thing at level 6.
What'd you get, girl?
Yeah, so Violet, when you get closer to me, and you get within 10 feet of me, my aura of protection extends to you, and whenever you need to make a saving throw, you add 2 to it. So you automatically get a +2 to whatever saving throw you need to make as long as you're within 10 feet of me.
That's
So,
incredible.
yeah, I forgot about
That's pretty
that.
cool.
I'm very excited about it. So, in case it tries to whelm you, stay near me. So, excellent. Okay, cool. That was my first attack. I'm going to take my second attack.
Okay.
Bitch ass bitch.
It is a 17 to hit.
And that's with the disadvantage?
Oh, I forgot roll disadvantage. The 17 is the lower one.
Okay, then yeah, it'll hit.
Let's go. Alrighty.
Woo!
Okay, and this one is 7 slashing, non-magical.
7 slashing. Okay.
And I will
Very
hold off
nice.
I will hold off on smites. But I am still inside of this creature, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Basically, the rushing water of this whelm is so disorienting. It's tough for you to get out. Pretty much the only way for you to get out is if someone basically tries to pull you out.
Got you. Also, I'm so sorry. I forgot when I got dealt damage to. I forgot to roll concentration for bless. So he did 15 damage to me. What do I have to do?
A 10 con save.
Yeah, a con save of 10 or higher.
Okay, cool. I forgot about that. My bad. Bless is fine. We're good. I rolled a 17.
Very nice. That does make the Jesus take the wheel meme that much more potent. With the bless spell going on.
It's perfect.
All right, Jasper.
All right. Question.
What?
This here mast. I'm assuming I can't like stand on the mast, correct? Because it's occupying like.
Yeah. No, you can't. I mean, yeah, you're like tied to it, and then this is like the top. In fact, I don't have a token for him, but Silas is up top here on the crow's
Cool.
nest.
What I want to do, because I'm like belted to this thing, I can still like scoot around it, right?
I mean, it depends on how tightly you belted yourself down.
I mean, like I can like imagine you're like belted to a pole. You can walk around the pole.
You're the one who tied yourself to it, so I'll say go. Sure.
I want to walk. I'm scooting myself along the pole.
Okay, to
Just
the
like
other side.
to the other side of the pole.
That would be half movement.
I love
This
That would be half movement speed.
this one. I want to be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then I'm gonna shoot the
But
fucking.
just note that you are on the pole. Just.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm on the pole.
Okay.
And then I shoot the elemental again. No
This
sharp.
one?
Yeah. No sharpshooter.
Okay.
Ha! Yep. 17 plus 10 is a 27.
Yep.
All right. Make a strength saving throw again.
Oh, you're doing another crux bullet?
Yeah. Same one.
Okay, got it.
Hit him.
I thought it was con. It was con last time.
Con. Yes, con. What did I say?
Okay. Strength.
Con.
Con saving throw. That is a.
Did you get another fucking 16? You son of a bitch.
I rolled another 12 on the dice plus 4. I'm so sorry.
So that is 7 plus 5 is 12. And then I will just shoot it again. But 18 plus 5 is 23. Fuck this elemental. 4 plus 15 is 19.
Fuck chicken strips.
Fuck you, chicken strips.
All right. So this elemental has taken a little bit of a beating, and with those 2 extra bullets, it's starting to lose a little bit of its form.
Okay.
As it was holding itself together. But again, in its desperation, it's going to swim up and crest over the side of the boat, and then use the rest of its movement speed to basically get to, like, around here.
How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Oh my gosh.
And it will end its turn there. This one is going to come crawling across the deck towards you, Davina, and it is going to make its 2 slam attacks against you. The first one is going to
It can
be
only take 1 attack action.
that
Unless
is
it takes
true.
does it have a multi-attack?
It does have multi-attack.
No, my slow spell prohibits it.
Yeah,
from taking-
slow specifically
I think
says
that
if it would
works.
make an attack action, it only makes 1 attack.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Sick.
And slam is it says slam melee weapon attack.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah. I think that's valid. But it is a 26 to hit.
Are you
Go ahead
gonna
and roll damage.
Look at how happy Theo is right now.
barb Silverly?
I was debating it, but no.
15 bludgeoning.
I'm sorry, what?
That's good smash right there. Good smash.
Wow. Okay.
But it only gets that 1 attack against you.
Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the second one
Oh,
on the
I'm
deck.
sorry, I have to roll concentration on that, right? Because I took damage?
Yes, because you're concentrating on.
The slow spell.
Yes,
Okay, so what do I have my modifier to it?
it's I think it's just a con save of 10 or higher.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I rolled a 15 plus what, 16, yeah.
And you're good. All right, so this other one on the ship, Violet, as you come up to it, it is basically going to try and whelm you now as well. So I need a strength saving throw from you.
Right.
But you do get a +2 because of the aura of protection from.
Hey.
And what?
And I have bless. I have bless.
So D4.
And I have this cute little dice tower to use.
So you're unstoppable.
Okay. Exactly.
Cannot be stopped.
Unstoppable. Just rolled a wild 9 that gets a plus. Oh, it's not a plus, it's a -1 for an 8. But it's okay because I have my D4. It brings it to a 10. And then I have the 2. It brings it to a 12. Oh, plus I have hold it. I have my psionic dice. So if I fail an ability check, use skill or tool with which this doesn't matter. This is it. That's it. It's a 12.
Did you use your
Okay. I thought Elaine
I
has the
used
bard.
bless, yeah.
No, I'm sorry, your silvery barb's advantage.
No. Okay, so I'll use that. Oh, that's a 3.
I tried.
Which
Yeah, all the cards were stacked in your favor, Violet, and you said, nah.
Nah, I'm good.
Nah.
I'm unstoppable. Oh wait, no, I'm very stoppable.
I'm
Oh, no.
unstoppable.
So something I forgot to mention too, just because it was at the start of the elemental's turn, Elaine takes 12 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then from the attack against you, Violet, you take 16 bludgeoning.
Great, you're gonna see as a reaction, I'm gonna use the boon of the Celestials to have that. And so you're gonna see me sort of start to glow as I realize that this water elemental has whelmed me.
Well done. So you, in fact, only take 8 bludgeoning damage. Very good use of that. But, unfortunately, you are grappled or restrained. So.
I have lost bless. Bless is gone.
No.
Way I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I used my inspiration because I rolled a nat 1, and so I didn't want to lose it, and then I rolled a 5.
night for you at the dice.
Don't know. I've put 3
The
dice
rolling.
out. I have to
This
purge
is
my
crazy.
dice collection. This is uncalled for.
When
I'm
is the
under
next full
attack.
moon?
Oh, it's
That's what
like
I'm about
half
to
a month
charge.
away. Yeah,
Yep. We need to recharge them.
I
Damn.
blessed these
Next
under
high
the
storm,
new
get 'em
moon.
out.
I blessed these under the super
Man.
blue moon. This was not supposed to happen.
Ooh. Wow. Delterra, what are you gonna do about all this?
I will say the moon is best friends with the ocean, so like that's probably
true.
why they're betraying you.
Okay.
True. Besties.
Quick summary. Elaine is currently whelmed by this one here.
As is Violet now.
Violet has also now been whelmed by the same one.
We're just having
Correct.
a party.
Wait,
Okay.
who just went?
Violet.
Oh,
I didn't.
No, the elementals just went. The elementals just went.
Oh.
Psych. Don't listen to me.
Alright. I'm going to bonus action hex this one.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose strength as its ability that has disadvantage on ability checks made with strength.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm then going to a little worried. I'm actually going to fly over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit it with an Eldritch Blast from this side, and I'm actually going to try and keep it on the ship. I'm worried that it's going to try and drag you guys off the ship.
We know Elaine
Okay.
loves to swim, so
I am quite
Would be-
terrible at it.
An 11 on the first one,
Misses.
24 on the second.
That'll hit.
So that one is going to be... ooh! Wow, okay, hang on. That's a 10 plus 7. Because I get my Eldritch Invocation that gives me a +4, and once per turn my Genie gives me an extra 3 thunder damage on a hit. So that's 17
Okay.
there. With Hex, I deal an additional 1d6 necrotic. For one more necrotic, so I do 11... Or, I'm sorry, I do 18 total
18.
damage. I'm going to push it 5 feet, because I can push it up to 10 feet? I don't know if I can choose.
okay.
I don't know if I can choose that. That's up to you. Is it all or nothing? I either push it 10 feet or it goes
That's
0 feet.
Up to, so
But I'm wondering
Does
if
it
that's
say
like
up to?
the only way it would stop it. What?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's the full 10 feet. I think I'm gonna interpret that as up to 10 feet means if it
Okay,
has
so-
space up to 10 feet to move, it moves
Stop
10
it,
feet.
yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that
10
brings.
feet, he's still kind of in the middle of the ship there.
can you imagine if you hit
Yes.
it both times and you just sent them over the other side?
Well, it says I may. So
Oh,
I want to
okay.
move it and move the full 10 feet, or I can choose not to move it with that
I
one.
was just imagining you're just pushing it to the other side and it just fall.
I think that was
I'm
too
going
far.
to
It's gonna
run
be
one more space up this way just to grab onto the side of the ship.
okay. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Alrighty. Violet, you are up. You are currently restrained and unable to breathe at the moment.
I am going to try to get the fuck out of there. And I guess is it strength to try to ungrapple myself?
You do not get another opportunity to try to break out of this. You are
What?
overcome by the water just swirling around in the elemental's form. So as I mentioned before, you cannot try to break out. Someone can attempt to pull you out.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like, I can't take an action.
You can attack still.
You can attack it.
I can
You have
attack.
disadvantage.
Okay.
You're just a disadvantage, yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna attack it. So I'm disoriented, but I generally know Lane is also within the water. So I'm gonna attack and just sort of like cut around me, like maybe at the feet where I know Elaine is not, so I do not harm in any way. So that is a 19 to hit.
That's with disadvantage.
No. That is an 18 to hit with disadvantage.
That'll
Let's
hit.
go.
Yep.
1d. Oh, and that's a 1.
No.
Plus 5, though.
Okay.
Plus 5, so that's 6.
And this is your
then
psychic damage.
Yeah, this is my psychic damage. And I mean, yeah, I guess I can't sneak attack because I'm consumed. Such a bummer.
Miss ma'am.
Okay, but I am gonna try to do my offhand.
You'll never see it coming.
You'll never see it coming.
No. And that's
Bonus action
that's
hide.
16.
Like,
16
if
to
you
hit.
16 will hit. That's also with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's a lower one. And so then this will be let me pull it up. 1d, yeah, okay. That's just 1.
Okay. But for those who are observing this, you do notice that this one also is now starting to lose a little bit of that defined shape to its form.
close. Okay.
All right,
And
Davina.
how long can you
still
breathe
holding
again?
fast to that wheel.
It's your con. It's 1 minute plus your con modifier.
Oh, I don't remember. Holding breath, D&D.
Pretty sure.
But you can hold their breath for a number of
Go
minutes
on
equal to
time.
1 plus their Constitution modifier. Number of
Yeah.
minutes. So, what's
You're
your
good.
Constitution modifier, Jess?
Unless
Two.
it's
So you can hold your breath for up to 3 minutes, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Wild.
that's wild. I'm fine.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, Davina.
Okay. The one that has Elaine and Violet, I'm gonna do Starry Wisp on again. So I'm gonna. Oh no.
Oh no.
11 to hit.
Oh man.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Well then I'm just gonna bonus Bardic again to Elaine.
Thanks.
Nice.
Okay. Well, Elaine, it is in fact your turn.
Excellent. I'm first going to bonus action cast Magic Weapon to turn my weapon into a magic weapon.
There she goes.
Here we go.
Hey.
So I am gonna cast this on Retribution, my sweet baby.
Sweet,
Pal-
sweet baby.
The
Sweet
paladin
baby.
shillelagh.
Sweet, sweet baby.
I love her.
Oh, hey,
And then
good.
I'm going to try to murder this water. So
Murder
I'm
it!
just at it with disadvantage.
It needs to die.
I'm over these Hydra homies.
Shots
Yeah,
fired.
all Hydra homies need to die, yeah.
Oh my
Just
God.
kidding, I'm one of them.
Okay, is an 18 to hit.
18 to hit. Yep.
Okay,
That's with the disadvantage.
that's with the disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay.
Bardic came in clutch. Thank you, Davina.
There she goes.
There she goes. The girls are working together.
All the girls are
All the
girly,
girls are
girly,
girly,
girly.
girly.
All the girls are girly, girly.
Is there a gas leak today? It just like there's a gas leak in Zholmyr.
Oh no!
I knew Thea wouldn't get mad at me for doing that one.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Oh, sick. Okay, I rolled max damage, so I rolled 12 plus the 1 bonus from magic weapon plus 3. So math. 16?
16.
Yeah, so 16 damage, and then I'm going to
Well done.
divine smite with my last second level spell slot.
Yes, queen.
Sick. Slay her enemies.
so happy. Oh,
Yeah.
that is going to be 5 plus 7, 6, 13 plus 5, 18 radiant damage to it.
Very nice. This thing is starting to look real and shapely.
Awesome. And now I will take my
Yeah.
second attack.
Wow.
So, excellent. 19 on the first roll, and that 20 on the second roll. We're back. Okay.
Oh
so
no! Are you kidding?
I
So
know.
sad.
I know. It's
But
fine.
but
It's
still,
okay.
but we are so back. We are still so back.
Yeah.
We are still so back.
We feel it. We feel it.
Excellent. That is going to be 11 damage on. Oh no, wait. 12 damage on the second attack.
All right. It's looking rough, but it's
Yes.
still holding y'all in there.
Oh, freaking close. All right, it's okay.
All right, Jasper. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's it. I'm just like, I will boil this water away.
You boil that fucking water.
I shoot
Where are you shooting, Jasper?
the guy who is kind of close to me.
The guy who's kind of close to you. All right. It will be at disadvantage.
Am I within melee?
Of him, yeah.
Oh,
Because
Oh.
you're not in that space. You're tied to the pole. Don't
I
forget.
see.
You're
I
not,
see.
like-
I see what you're saying.
I'm trying to show where you are in like on the side of the pole, but 'cause,
Right.
like, I can't. I don't want to put you here, but
I get you. Okay. I will do something unsmart. I'm going to unhook myself. I'm gonna
Okay.
undo my belt, and I gonna run away.
okay.
I go here.
All right. He will get an attack of opportunity.
That's fine.
All right. So that's going to be a 19 to hit,
Yes,
and that is 11 bludgeoning.
that's fine. That's fine. Now I will shoot it.
All right.
How many feet was that? That was 10 feet.
Yeah.
10 feet. Cool. Yeah, I'll shoot it. I will. How hurt was this one looking?
This one.
Yeah.
He was starting to lose his form a little bit.
Okay. I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna use a crux bullet, so I'm just gonna shoot it with sharpshooter.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 on the dice, so 17.
Yep. That'll hit.
Cool. 6 plus 15 is 21.
Okay.
How's it looking?
Still looking
Okay.
rough, but hang on.
Shoot again! 14 on the dice, so 19, so that'll hit. Ha! 8 plus 15 this time, so that's
3.
yes, that's math.
Okay.
Still alive.
Mhm.
I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
Yeah. Do it.
Actually, with my bonus action, I'm going to do a second one real quick. 8 plus my con modifier, which is 3. So I get 11 hit points back, Theo.
Okay. You are. It's your
Ooh,
shit.
really good.
No, that's just exactly what he hit me for with the attack of opportunity.
He's just
So
letting it. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, then I action surge. The first
Okay.
shot, I am actually going to shoot the one oh wait, no, Davina's holding the wheel, isn't she?
Correct.
That's why she hasn't
Okay.
moved. That that makes sense. Um, how is Davina looking?
I look wet.
But you don't look hurt. No. Okay, cool. I'm gonna just keep shooting this one that is been on my ball sack. So another 14 on the dice, so that'll hit. Ah!
Wow.
26, a 6 on the dice, so that's 21.
Wait, 21 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter do be great.
Yeah, it's starting to lose more of its form at this point.
This one or this one?
Sorry, hold on. Ping again. That one. That one is starting to lose more of its form at this
One
point.
on top.
And one more. 12 on the dice, so that's 17. I know, I haven't.
How do you not roll below a 10?
I don't know.
Understand.
It's
I
not
don't know.
possible.
He
Michael.
has loaded.
I
dice.
don't roll high, but I also don't roll low. I roll like right in the average range. Yeah, so that's also blame Eric because he bought me those dice, so that's on him. The like the hollow metal ones.
Oh yeah, those are
Oh, I
cool.
love those.
Yeah. But I rolled a 1 on the damage dice, so that would be 16 damage.
Okay. Okay.
And then I will finish my movement and
Onto the edge here.
I'll go right here
Okay.
and I'm gonna where with that handle, the handle of that boat, I'm gonna belt myself back into the I'm gonna belt myself to the boat.
Where is the captain?
He's up here on the crow's nest.
Okay.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
All right. Well, this elemental is gonna go ahead and make his way right to you, Jasper.
Can't well me, bitch.
All right, and that is. Hold on one sec. Where did that go? He's gonna make 2 slam attacks against Jaw.
Sure.
Ooh.
First one will be a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
No.
So
I'm
that's
fine.
Gonna be
I'll be fine.
okay, because I'm trying to incorporate the new rule that we talked about. It's you max 1 die, or you max. What was
It's
it?
you max 1 die and then roll another.
You take
max
the
one
max
roll.
damage that it could do. So whatever the damage die is, right? What is the damage die on this, for example?
2d8.
So
So you
8
take
He gets
16
Okay,
plus
and then roll
whatever-
again.
plus whatever its modifier is.
Right, and then roll again.
Another 2d8 and add it.
Right. Okay.
It's a moot point. It's a moot point. I'm rolling. So I'm doing silver stuff.
Ah,
You get no
Go.
fun.
it's new.
What's it feel like to be a DM?
All right, that's a 15 to hit.
Nope, I'm a 16, baby.
Yes.
That's
Jasper,
Hey.
I'll give you the advantage, Jasper. Oh,
Yas.
All right, it's gonna make a second attack against Ja.
that one.
Do you get another nat 20?
No way. No.
I can't see. I can't even
I'm
see it.
not-
Oh my god, Theo's just wearing boxers.
We want proof.
No.
Oh, shit.
Theo's only wearing boxers.
I am not. These are gym shorts.
I know, I'm being Silly.
Anyways, I swear to God, the dice god said you will take damage, bitch.
So it's 2d8, so
No.
16 plus what?
Bitch.
16 plus 4, so it's 20 plus. Right, hold on. Why is it the wrong tab open? Yeah, so it's 20 plus another. Oh wait, no, it's a 1 plus a 7, so 28.
28? That's fine.
28 bludgeoning.
Y'all forget I'm a fighter. I had HP for days.
Does issue this.
Well,
Davina, you are
sorry,
also gonna.
like- No, go ahead.
Can you imagine if I got crit twice?
Davina could have saved your ass because you would have gotten 2.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. Can you imagine
Yeah.
taking 48
Yeah.
damage?
Yeah.
A lot. Davina, you are taking 2 slam attacks. First one is a 14 to hit.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Bards in them leather armor.
Second one is even less, so I rolled a 4 on the die. So I think you're good. Now, those of you in the whelmed creature,
That's me.
you are both going to take 15 bludgeoning.
Oof.
Alrighty. I'm still standing.
And
How
then
are you looking? Not great.
I'm also not great.
Okay. Okay, we'll get out of this one.
I guess I can't uncanny dodge that, huh?
no, a whelm is not an attack. So you uncanny dodged the slam attack. You did not uncanny dodge the whelm.
she's like moving very acrobatically inside. She's just going with. She's like, it's like when you get like stuck in rapids. You're supposed to just go limp so that you don't get like. Oh.
But it is going to move towards
Uh-oh.
It is going to move towards Jasper and bring these 2 gals along. Hey, gals. And it is going to make 2 slam attacks against you.
I can't
It already has
move.
realm capacity, so it can't.
Well, it also can't weld me. I'm attached to a
Would
boat,
you say it is
bitch.
overwhelmed?
Yeah. It is
Yes.
possibly overwhelmed. Mm-hmm.
But question: if a creature does not explicitly say pack tactics, it doesn't get advantage.
Correct.
You
Okay,
can
okay.
get regular advantage the way anything else can. Pack tactics does not require being on opposite sides of something. Pack tactics is as long as there is an ally within 5 feet of you, you get advantage.
Got it. Okay.
Is where you're talking about, where if you are on opposite squares on either side of it, that is flanking, and you do get advantage on flanking, no matter
Because
what.
Jasper is flanked, no? At this point?
Yes.
That's up to you, but yeah, I would say pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
You could move it.
It's weird because it's large, so
Yeah.
it's hard to like say.
Right.
But yeah, I think so.
Okay, so it's a 24 to hit Jasper
Sure.
for the first hit. So that is going to be 15 bludgeoning.
Ow.
And then the second one will be. That's not going to hit. That's a 3 on the die. So it's 10 total. So it's not going to work.
Nope.
So just the 1. Alrighty. Veltada.
That's not gonna work. Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is I'm going to sort of hoist myself up over the rail. And
Okay.
I'm going to, like, with one arm, like, pull myself forward, and I'm going to shoot at this one. And as I fly through it, I'm gonna try and grab Elaine's arm, or but try and grab her arm and pull her out as I go by.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and get her out, basically. That's what I'm doing.
Pulling her out is your action.
Yes.
Okay. So you're not making an attack. You're just like trying to do a cool flyby.
I'm trying to get her out.
Perfect. All right. So I need a strength.
To it, you know.
You need what?
There's just some flair to it.
Right, got it. You know I love that. So I need a strength check from you, Velterra.
So good. I'm so good at strength checks, guys.
I believe you.
Oh,
So good.
16?
The best.
Oh.
Oh, that seems good.
I do believe you.
Velterra, his flight is giving him some little extra oomph here. And with this very strategic maneuver, he rushes across the deck, a lane for these past few seconds where all you've known is just swirling chaos of water. You are yanked, and you find yourself now on the deck, kind of like out, taking stock of your surroundings, but you have been pulled out of this creature.
Oh, thank you.
Good.
And then I think
You're like over here now?
I would be, yes, I would have pulled her out. That's it. Nah, I don't want to get. I'm going to give it an opportunity attack, and I'm going to fly further up and grab onto the sail, kind of over here again.
Okay.
But I'll give it that opportunity attack because I don't want to get whelmed.
That's going to be a 15 to hit?
No, that'll miss.
Okay. Then nope.
That's it.
All right.
Good luck,
Violet. Violet.
I'm still swimming, right? So I will just cut as aggressively as I can from the inside out. Disadvantage. So that's
Right.
ooh, yikes. 13 to hit. I don't think I can add anything to that.
I was gonna call him Kaladin for a second, but
Yeah, 13 for my one. That's it.
Unfortunately, somehow, from inside this creature,
I can't hit. Okay, I'm gonna cut with my offhand. Cut. And that's a 14 to hit.
that'll hit. With the disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And
Oh, Theo, real quick. Vel is up here.
Oh, okay.
That's I moved out of
that is a whopping 5 to hit.
5 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then I'm swimming.
Davina.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
Well, you
I thought you were like, I thought you were like deep in thought. I was like, oh, she's like figuring out her next move.
Yeah, I thought you were like super. Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at my spells, but like I wasn't like there. Okay, I am Elaine and Val. I'm so sorry. You guys are not doing great, right?
I'm
Yeah,
not doing
not
great,
great.
but I am outside of the water thing. So
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
okay. Violet's in a worse spot.
Okay. So I will.
that
use
elemental's
our-
really low, right?
Is it
Mhm.
It's like
the one
really
that has Violet or mine?
the one that has Violet is really low.
Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna do Starry Wisp again. Oh, that was a nat 20. Okay.
Oh
okay.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And okay, So 2d8. Okay, so it's 16 plus the whatever I rolled, right? 26 damage? 26 damage.
What?
What?
I'll give you a how do you want to do this because it's kind of a special one.
Okay.
What did he say?
Okay, so I see Violet in there, and I let go for the wheel for just a second with my one hand, and I spew my red magic, but then it like turns in from red to like a big ball of light. It's radiant, and it just like impales the water elemental, and then it just sits there for a minute, and it just looks like a little like sugar cookie, and then it just turns the thing into mist.
Bam.
Yeah.
Violet, you had been choking for air when all of a sudden the water drops to the deck with you, and you are just sitting in puddles.
Thanks, Deb.
I got you, girl.
All right, Elaine.
Okay, so I'm all right. Okay, Violet, what are you at health-wise? What's going on?
Pretty bad. I'm in pretty bad shape.
Okay, pretty bad,
Yeah.
pretty terrible. Excellent.
Yeah.
Davina, how about you?
I'm okay. Yeah, don't waste anything on me.
Okay, then I am gonna lay on hands Violet. I'll give you 15 hit points. Back. Yeah, but
You're
use them
amazing.
wisely. It's half of my pool. Excellent. Okay, so lay on
You're
hands.
incredible.
Oh, thank you. Don't I know it? And then I'm gonna rush up on this closest water dude. Or no, actually, there's like 3 guys. Y'all are here. I'm gonna try to get over here and help out Davina.
What's your movement speed?
I have a 30 feet of movement.
Okay, because you're gonna actually the stairs are over here, so you're gonna kind of have to actually like.
Oh, is this not accessible?
This is an upper deck, yeah. So this is like there's stairs coming up because underneath here is the captain's quarters that are like on the lower deck, and then the upper deck is up here.
Could I make like an athletics check to like climb?
Yes, you can.
And save some time. Okay, sick.
I will say yes.
Yay! That is pretty good. 16 athletics.
Yeah, I'll say that checks it. If you want to leap the railing or kind of like.
Yeah.
And I want to get to like here. Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool.
Nice.
And I will swing on this thing.
Swing on that thing!
Smash them.
No thanks.
Smite them.
We're back to mid rolls. Here we go. Okay. A 19 overall to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, awesome. Okay. That is 12 slashing damage with my magic weapon.
All right.
I maintained concentration on it. BT lips. I did roll. Okay, cool. And then I'll do one more swipe on it. That one is going to be a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Sweet. And this one is only going to be 8 damage.
Okay.
But I will throw on a first level Divine Smite.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Smite that bitch.
Smite that hoe. Here we go. Ah!
What Elaine said.
Smite that hoe. Oh my god, my brain stopped working at math. 10 radiant damage. Goodness gracious.
Okay.
Okay. And that is my turn.
Lovely. Jasper.
Okay. Did Violet purposely not move, or was she not able to move?
She was whelmed, and then the creature was killed after her turn. So she's
Okay. Cool.
I'm spooked.
Okay. Cool. I am going to. I'm just gonna attack it with disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot it with disadvantage. So 12 on the dice there, but a 7 on the dice there, so 17.
That'll hit.
Okay. So I hit it with an attack. I will use Manuficha. I'm going to expend a superiority die, which is a d6. Where is my d6? Is this you? Okay. So I use my superiority die. I'm going to do maneuvering attack, where when I hit with a weapon attack, I can expend a superiority die to add the total to the damage and allow a creature that can see and hear me to use its reaction to move up to half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. So I'm gonna let. Actually, I'll wait till she gets back.
Jeez, for the fight.
Uh huh.
Oh, am I not muted?
Yeah, girl. Cheese for the fight.
Okay.
Cheese for the
Jess, I'm gonna attack this thing and then turn back to you and say, get out of here. So you can move. You can move half your speed without taking an opportunity attack.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna move closer to the crow's nest.
And then
The
that.
one, the second one here.
Yeah, that one. Yep.
2 4s, so 4, 8 plus 5 is 13.
Okay.
And then I will take another shot at disadvantage. 4 on the dice and 11 on the dice, so 14 probably not going to hit. Nope,
No, sir.
that's fine.
Sorry.
That is fine.
So sorry about it.
So about it, I'm just going to stay here. And that's going to be it.
Okay. Alright, well, it's going to turn itself right back around and make some attacks against you.
Yeah, that seems
Jasper.
about right. Seems about
So the
right.
first one is a 26 to hit.
Sure.
And that will be 17 bludgeoning.
Ow. I'm not looking great. I'm not looking great.
And then second attack will be a 21 to hit.
Yep.
And that will be... Oh, same thing, 17 bludgeoning.
Yeah, I'm unconscious. But I'm attached to the boat, so
He's just like,
I'm straight chilling, y'all. You can't throw me overboard, bitch. I'm attached to this motherfucking boat. I'm attached to this motherfucking boat.
Oh, wow. This visualization
Well,
is incredible.
the second one down here is going to attempt its own whelm, and it will impact both Davina and Elaine, so I need strength saves from both of you.
21. Oh no. I rolled a 3. My strength is 0.
Alright, Elaine, you've had this attack once before. You're learning the things. You know a way to fend off this whelm. Davina, you are sucked into this creature's space, and you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn. Hey, no one's driving the boat anymore.
Are you unconscious?
No.
No, but she's.
Am I holding still
Oh,
holding
you're.
Bill in?
Oh no, you're right. No, you sure aren't. You sure aren't.
Oh no.
Don't. Elaine's there.
Okay.
Elaine's there. She
I'll
can
grab
grab the wheel.
Can I, as a reaction, grab the wheel to keep it from spinning?
Yes, I think that's fair.
I will
Yeah.
spend my reaction to do that.
Good thing you're there.
I'm just imagining
okay.
if Elaine wasn't there and the boat just starts like whirlpooling and I'm attached to the boat and I'm just unconscious. Unconscious.
Incredible. Incredible.
I'm just whirly birding around the boat.
I'm imagining him like passed out in the teacups at Disneyland.
Hey, this is not funny. Jasper's in danger.
Yep.
No, I think it's hilarious.
Figure out.
I'm up.
Yes, sorry.
I'm going to fly down to Jasper.
Okay.
I'm going to grab him.
I'm attached to the boat.
He belted himself to the railing of this small boat.
It should be fine. Which crow's nest is the captain in? This one?
This one.
Okay, I'm going to cast Thunderstep up into this boat.
Okay.
Bring him with me.
All right. Up y'all go.
When I cast Thunderstep, I need the... Nope, there is no save. Yes, sorry. Constitution saving throw.
I would just like to say that Thunderstep requires a willing participant to move with you, and I'm unconscious and I can't give you consent.
Consent.
But I can also bring along objects. And I think
Wow, that's even worse!
So, for the purposes of this, yes,
I know.
I imagine that means like someone like saying like fighting you on it, but that's
Yes.
still hilarious.
I was like,
Yeah.
it was funny.
Yeah.
So that's a failed save, so it's 3d10 thunder damage.
That bitch dead.
That is amazing.
Is going to be 17 thunder damage.
Yeah, it explodes.
Yeah.
This huge clap of thunder as I disappear and reappear back up top with Jasper, and it just echoes across the water.
Incredible.
I'm not even awake to see it.
I will leave him up in the crow's nest, and I'm just going to grab onto the crow's nest and get towed along with the boat with him, and that'll be it for me.
All right.
I can also move my hex because the creature that was hexed, whatever. So I'm gonna just hex this guy.
Right.
I'll shoot strength again.
Okay, sounds good. Davina, you are trapped, but still have an action.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best to get out.
Wait,
Sort of.
am I after Val?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry. All right, that's next. Sorry. Yes.
Cool. Because I'm trying
My
to
bad.
get Deb out, or at least like hurt the creature enough. So after seeing the one implode, I'm gonna look at the one that's holding Deb and just like, why won't you just all die already? And stalk over and just like face it head on and just like throw my psychic daggers at it. Of course, not where Deb is being held.
Okay, so you're gonna come like up to the top of the stairs here.
Yep, top of the stairs. Just not within reach.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Not my boss, you bitch.
Yep, not my boss, you bitch is right. That's 9 to hit, and then I'm fucking sneak attacking because Elaine is right there. So,
Okay. Nine psychic damage. Plus.
Yep. Plus 3d6. This feels great. Plus 3, plus 6, plus 1.
3, 6, plus 1. Interesting. So does your sneak attack deal psychic damage as well?
Yep.
Interesting.
It
Okay, so recount that total for me of the sneak attack. How much?
3,
It
6.
was 6 plus 1 plus
3.
So
3.
10.
Yeah.
It went 3, 6. I don't know what
Yeah.
the last one was.
No, 1. So 10.
An extra 10. All right, this one's starting to lose its form a little bit now too.
Great. And then I'm going to, with my offhand, just throw my other weapon at it and continue to stalk up to it. That is how much to hit? 11 plus 8, 9 to hit.
19.
19.
And then 19 to hit. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And then 3 plus 5, 8 damage.
Okay. But that's not psychic.
That is psychic. That's my
That is psychic.
offhand psychic dagger.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Now it's Davina's turn.
Okay. I want to break free, please.
I
You
want
do not
to
have that
break
option.
free.
Someone has to pull you out.
You can kill. You can.
I
try.
want to
You can kill it.
break
You can just attack
free.
it more.
Yeah. Then
But
I'll do that
I'll pull
with
you out.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna do Starry Wisp again.
So that'll be at disadvantage.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Not bad. 23 to hit.
Yeah.
I rolled a 16 and then a 15, and I have a +8.
Nice job.
Oh, wow.
Okay. 7 damage. Radiant.
Okay. Well done. All right, Elaine.
I need to get Davina out of there. So
Try to pull her.
yes. So is it a contested? Is it athletics contested?
You make a strength check.
I make a strength check.
So not a saving throw, just a strength check. Your roll plus your strength mod.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but can you do that while also preventing the boat from spinning out of
If
control?
I drop my
She is
Oh.
a lane.
I'm
You're holding
300
the
pounds of pure
wheel.
platinum.
Oh.
If I just drop my
She-
sword, like forget the sword.
Yes. I will say yes for Elaine. Yes.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
Oh, DM's got a favorite.
I'm like mapping it out in my head, and I'm like, as long as giant robot woman can put one arm in there,
Oh yeah.
she can pull with one arm.
Yeah.
Because if you're holding the wheel with one arm, you drop your sword, and you. Or wait, does dropping your weapon count as an action?
No, you can. It's
No,
a
right?
free
It's
action.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'll drop retribution and I'll jam my arm in between the spokes of the wheel to keep it locked.
Okay.
And I'll reach the other one into the water creature.
Sick.
So.
All right. Strength check.
That is a 19.
Out she comes.
Excellent. Just a predator handshake. It's our two metal arms. They lock together.
Yes.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch!
Well done. All right, Davina, you have been freed from this creature.
Thanks, Elaine.
All right, Jasper, I
Ha!
need a death saving throw from you, please.
And is it just a straight dice roll? There's no adding of con, right?
No.
I got a 9, so I fail.
That is one fail for Jasper. All right. It is the elemental's turn. Let me see something. Quick.
Duchess.
I feel like this whole encounter has been that sound, and nothing can go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong.
Oh no! Oh, wrong!
All right. It is angry at you, Elaine, for stealing its prey. So it's going to make its first slam attack against you,
God, I'm gonna go.
which is going to be in a 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Damn, girl!
18 AC, baby.
Oh my god.
The
What is your
fucking
AC?
automatons. 18. So she got metal plating, AC boost.
Yeah.
That's
Hell yeah.
I am playing a paladin whose only job is to sit there and make them try and hit me.
Mm-hmm.
It will attempt
Yeah.
another attack against you.
All right.
Okay, that's a 19 on the dice. So.
All right, that's fine. I'll let it slide.
Okay, thank you. That's 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Alrighty, I'm still
Elaine,
standing.
if you say you go down right now, okay. I was like, if you
no.
say you go down right now.
No, but I would say I'm about 4 points away from going down. So
About?
about. I'm approximately
On a scale of 1 to down, I'm a 4.
on a scale of 1 to down.
Belterra, we are back to you.
All right. I guess I'll hang out up there, and I'm gonna throw. Do anything better? No. We're gonna throw it, and we're gonna push. Nobody's whelmed by this thing, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
2 Eldritch Blasts coming up.
Whoa.
22 to hit,
That'll hit.
and 18 to hit.
Both hit.
I gotta double check Hex. I don't know if it's once per turn or whenever I hit it with an attack roll.
It's once per turn, I believe.
Whenever you hit it with an attack.
Oh shit!
Off the
People
boat.
sleep on warlocks, dude. People sleep on warlocks so hard.
Yeah. This is actually crazy. So, alright, the first one is going to be 4 plus 7 plus a d6. So 4 plus 7 is 11, plus a d6 for another 1, so it's 12 total.
Okay.
And then second one doesn't have the extra 3, so that is an 11 again, plus 3 is 14.
It's looking
And
real
I
rough.
would push it 20 feet back.
Okay.
Off the boat.
It does get pushed off over the railing, where it combines briefly from the waves.
Eldritch Blast? More like Veldritch Blast.
Hey.
The
Alright,
end
and
fly out to the end of the sail and hang on to the end of it over here.
okay. Look at you.
Don't mind me just dying.
Okay, so as I see Vel do the Eldritch Blast, I kind of know what's gonna happen. So let me see if this is possible. Can I set it where my psychic daggers like swing around the elemental and actually cut it from behind as it's getting pushed back? I have my daggers come through it.
I like that.
Okay. Well, that's what's gonna happen. Not with that roll. That was only an 11 to hit. So let me try with my other dagger. So that dagger, something goes wrong with that dagger. The other one is a 27.
That'll hit.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, 3 plus 5, 8 damage.
Okay. Davina,
That's it for me.
you're up.
Well, actually, no, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab Wheel from Dev and Elaine and be like, "You guys are great, great work, great work. You're good."
Okay, I can stabilize Jasper by healing him to a hit point, right?
You,
Correct.
if you can get up to the crow's nest.
Yeah, he's up in the crow's nest.
By saving me, you killed me.
I just have to see him. Can I see him from there?
Nope.
I mean, his arm can be just hanging out, right? Or something like you're just like
Right?
it's just dangling. Davina's like, yeah.
It's a tiny crow's nest.
That is a tiny crow's nest.
And it was made for a dwarf. He's definitely hanging over the side.
I will say yes. I'm interpreting that as something like you don't know their location, so you can't quite pinpoint where the spell hits. Where he's up in the crow's nest and you can generally see where his body is crumpled, I will say
Okay.
yes.
So then I'm gonna give Jasper. I mean, it's something.
I'm alive.
Yeah, 7 hit points.
Hey.
Better than
Alrighty.
An
nothing.
entirely different place.
You are healed, Jasper.
That's right. Wakes up in a totally different spot.
I wake up to a fucking dwarf,
High in
like
the
a
air.
like just like a weird ass dwarf.
No, he's on the other one.
Oh, he's on the other one. I'm okay.
He's on the other one. All right. Elaine.
Like, there's the thing over the
Finish
side of the
them.
boat, right?
Mhm.
Like, can I? Like, I'll pick up my sword. Can I have one of the other ladies? Could one of you hold onto the wheel?
Yes.
Excellent.
I got
took
it. Yeah.
took the wheel.
Yeah. I took it back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and so
Okay, yeah, Sal, you got that. I don't know what I'm doing. It's yours.
I got it. Mm.
I will go up to the edge of the boat, and
Okay.
I'll try to stab it and smite it into oblivion. Okay, let's see.
Oh, Murph man.
Is a
Don't
12
appreciate it.
a hit?
Well,
He's
does
at-
not hit.
Dang. Okay, I'll try again.
Damn.
Ah.
It's a 16 on the die. So
That'll hit. Yes.
okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is 11 damage with the sword, and I will use one more spell slot to smite. Let's go. Okay, 10 radiant damage.
All right. I'll go ahead because this could be cool flavor-wise. I'll give you a how do you want to do this as well.
Oh,
Woo!
oh my gosh. Okay. As Elaine slashes at this creature, she just stabs retribution once into the top of this creature's head body question mark. Her arm, which is sparking from disrepair, just gives off this electric and arcane light. It rushes down her hand, electrifies her blade, and evaporates this creature from the inside out.
That's bad ass.
And then
So
I
with
immediately
that,
give myself 15 hit points for the because I'm dying.
this water elemental explodes in electricity and mist. Elaine sort of lets out like a heaving breath as she kind of collects herself. The rest of you are also slowly starting to kind of come back to it, bloodied and beaten. And from the crow's nest, Silas just yells out, "I told you it was going to be bumpy!" And that is where we will stop today.
Woo!
We survived!
We did.
For a minute
How
there.
did it feel to
Ah.
finally bring Jasper down? How did that feel? How did that feel, DM, after all of the...
No, I've brought it down before.
I've gone unconscious, but it was just like
He's
really
unconscious
quickly.
before.
It was like I went unconscious and
Mm.
then Vel like immediately killed the guy. So like that was the first death save I've had to make. I will say that.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I was unconscious, but it didn't make it back to my turn last time.
Mm.
All right,
That was a little
well,
harrowing.
y'all, we're in it now, baby.
Woo!
But thank you
On
so
the
much for
high
joining
seas.
us on the high seas for some back-to-back weeks. We are back to our bi-weekly schedule. So we will be back in 2 weeks from today on February 16th. But until then, hope you'll have a great Super Bowl Sunday. Happy Valentine's Day. All the other holidays between now. Happy Martin Luther King birthday. Everything that comes between now and February 16th. I hope you all have a great one. But thanks for pulling us to the dinner table, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey.